Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What your ears are about to witness, the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house. Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this representing from west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate the flag.
Ain't nobody
It is phenomenal.
like the queen.
Right here.
Who the world is this? So much drama.
From yo block to yo block, heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this? So much
Again and again. Wendy Williams, bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death. Show
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it the way.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Game Shoes of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
All right now. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience. Nice to be here with you good people. So today's show, well, you know, Michael Jackson's on trial, Little Kim's on trial, so we got to talk about both of them. I've got more on Shar Jackson's doctor boyfriend, so we're going to talk about that relationship. We'll talk about Vivica Fox. Yes, we'll address Game and 50 Cent. Shout out to Jadakiss. I think he's going to be calling in a little bit later on in the show. I don't want to take a bunch of phone calls on that nonsense. I don't. But, you know. Anyway, also during the hour of truth, Loon is going to be stopping by. Now, you know Loon left Bad Boy. The stabation charges were dropped. So, you know, we talked to Loon. And I guess we'll talk to Loon about 50 and Game as well. The advice hour is coming up, too, during advice hour. One particular gentleman who's already faxed in, he's a 27-year-old banker, English-born. He's Nigerian, and he lives in Long Island. And he's asking me about a woman who's 32 with 4 children and 4 babies' fathers. And he has no children. He knows it's a lot of baggage, but he's got a question. Nevertheless, we'll address that next hour for Advice Hour. The phone lines are open for you, my friends. 866-GET-WENDY. It is what it is. I'm Wendy Williams, and welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Nope. Hit my theme song. Oh, shoot. Because I've been up since the crack of dawn. My baby had his first dentist appointment today, and I was all ready. I had the toys in my bag and all kinds of other stuff going on. I was just so nervous for him, and he was like, I'm scared. And he got to the dentist's office and just warmed up to everybody, and I was able to sit in the lobby and go through my credit card bills for my accountant. Because he was asking, you know, what's taxable and what's not. I was in there with the magic marker and stuff. But yup, and they took a picture of him and everything. And you all can't see it, but I'll pass it around the studio. Look at my baby, looking like a big boy in the dentist chair. Look, Dave.
Oh, my God.
Yup. See, Taryn? Yup. Just getting his teeth, and no cavities. And the dentist said that he's brushing his teeth properly. Which is, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. Like, you know, stand over him and brush his teeth. I can actually say to him, go in there and brush your teeth. He brushes twice a day, and I got even though he's 95 pounds, I do have to say, it's not about candy and stuff. And I know you're saying, what do you feed him? But his mom and dad are big. He's not a big fatso. He's just a little chunky. He's like 4'3". He's tall, and he's
And he holds a good mouth, you know, mouth wide open and everything.
He just... when he lost 2 teeth last summer, one he lost the day before his 4th birthday, and then one he lost like 5 days after his 4th birthday. And you don't know how many secret cries I had over this. Like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Is he going to start sprouting pubic hair next? What is this, a pituitary problem? Do I have to take him to a pituitary specialist? Is he developing too fast? Like, what is going on? Yada, yada. I went to the dentist and I started telling the dentist, because we all go to the same dentist, me, Big Kevin, Little Kev. I went to the dentist and I, was trying to tell the story, but I started crying, like I don't want to share it with my mother and father because, one of the teeth he lost up in Martha's Vineyard when he was up there, with the family for the summer and stuff. And so, they weren't saying anything critical, just, you can hear it sometimes in your mom's voice and everything. The dentist said, no, he's just developing fast. He took some x-rays to find out where his other adult teeth were in relationship to pushing through and stuff. He said the top teeth are next to come out. And I'm just feeling like, turn it up. All right. Working my job. Working that mommy thing. All right, enough. And still trying to keep it all together. I can tell you one thing right now, and he's fascinated over the cover of Smooth magazine. Big Kev had it in the bathroom, Little Kev looks at it and sees Kenya's behind. Kenya Moore's butt. Like, wow. And you know what he called it? He said, vegetables give boys big muscles. He said, and vegetables give girls thick booties. He said thick, not fat. He said thick. He said thick, well, because I haven't taught him the FAT word, because he'll use it. He'll use his powers for evil, not good. He'll be calling everybody fat. He said thick. I said, where'd you get that? Anyway. So, I wasn't here yesterday, you all, and I hope you enjoyed the Best Of show. You know what I neglected to acknowledge earlier in the week, though, on Monday? Happy birthday to FM radio. FM radio is celebrating 64 years in business. FM radio, first one on the air, they say, in Nashville, Tennessee. And happy birthday to the FM. Because I remember growing up, here in New Jersey, New York, at 77 WABC. And then, of course, the legendary 107.5 WBLS and all like that. But I remember I think my main station, like as a real young kid, like a single digit kid, 8, 9, 10, was WABC, 710 or 77. Yeah. Yeah. So happy birthday to FM radio. The snow was actually nothing yesterday. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the cleanup and everything like that. I could have come in, but the school was closed, and I didn't want to have him squirming all around my feet. The intern girls, they don't get paid. Why should they be in here to look after him? You know what I mean? While I'm here on the radio. So I just stayed home anyway. I hope you guys had a good day. I had fun catching up on daytime TV and whatnot. I saw Oprah yesterday, and I saw Good Day Live yesterday, which I love. I actually am able to watch that in the office prior to the show. Good Day Live is on the cancel block. It's only on for like another 2 or 3 weeks. Remember, Jillian Barbary was on that show. It started to fall after that, but then Debbie Mantonopoulos started to grow on me, and then I was like, well, can we play those phone calls over there? Hello?
Hello, yes, Wendy?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm calling to ask you about hair weave.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to know, do you know any places where you can recommend me to go to about hair weave? Similar like yours.
Well, I don't have a weave. My puny little natural hair will not take it. If it could, believe me, I'd be the weave queen. However, I do know a man who does fabulous weaves at the salon that I go to. His name is Steve Lindsay.
Steve? Okay.
Lindsay.
Okay.
And the salon is called Salon Santa Cruz, and it's on Madison Avenue. And so you can call directory assistance and get the telephone number, and I thank you for calling. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Wendy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I need advice.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking to this guy. I'm 25, and he's 27.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been really good friends for about a year. So recently, it's been escalating into something else.
Nice.
and everything is fine about him. I mean, I come from a string of very bad relationships, so I know to appreciate a good guy when I get one.
Right.
He's a very good guy, whatever. There's only one problem. He has a very, very small,
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm being shallow about the whole situation, but it's like not even workable.
At 25, you shouldn't have to settle.
You think, right?
And before you fall in love, you should just let him down easily.
But I'm already like head over heels over him. I really, really like him.
But you're not in love with him.
No, I'm not in love with him.
Okay, so you have to decide what's important to you. In my opinion, a 25-year-old woman shouldn't have to settle for anything she doesn't want to.
But
not a small penis, not babies in a relationship.
And they've been problems. I've had to, all that other stuff, and there's been problems.
Okay.
So I'm like, maybe I'm just looking for the wrong thing before. I was looking for the wrong thing, and now that I've had a good thing, I'm like, should that really matter?
Are you good at self-pleasure?
Not really, no. I don't really know, to be honest.
So then it sounds like you're settling. I mean, it's only a piece of meat, and so many women put so much on it. I think if more women took their own sexuality, and men too, if you took your sexuality into your own hands, then you wouldn't have to worry about so much what's between his legs.
Exactly.
So, but since you don't know how to take your own sexuality in your own hands, I mean, I asked you if you're good at it, and you said, I mean, either get better at it, or else you might want to think about moving on. I mean, it's important enough that you called here to ask me whether it's important. Personally speaking, I feel like, any woman who knows how to self-pleasure, has her own sexuality in her own hands.
Mm-hmm.
But at 25 years old, I think that's really young to start settling.
So it's not shallow.
At 35, it would be shallow. At 25, it's not. At 35 with 3 kids, it might be a little shallow.
Mm-hmm.
At 25,
with no kids,
totally free. Look, that's on you. I mean, I don't know the guy. I don't know you. I don't know what you look like or what your background is or anything like that.
I mean, I know I'm a good-looking female, and like I said, I've come across other situations, but like I said, they turned out to be bad. And
well, you know what? I would learn how to perhaps be a better self-pleasurer, and also, just because it's small doesn't mean he doesn't know how to work it.
And I'm sure he does, but I hate when people say that, because it's like, I don't know about you, girl, but I want the Titanic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, he can work it, but if there's nothing there to work, what is it really doing for me?
Well, I'll be honest with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriends who put a lot, and I'm a grown woman, and my girlfriends are grown women too. We're all the same age.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones who put so much on that right there are as single and as miserable as they want to be.
Exactly.
Okay, so you'll have to decide what's important to you in life.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Wendy.
And being single, by the way, doesn't necessarily equate miserable. But my girlfriends, the ones who are doing the complaining, they want to be hooked up so badly, either in a Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell relationship where maybe there's no marriage, but a partner forever and, babies, and or marriage. And they put so much on the deals that, whatever. Cobweb coochies. That's what I call them. Keep it here, everybody.
Wendy, man.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi.
My boyfriend gave himself a wet Susie or whatever. He said he almost burnt his
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Oh, 107.5 WVLS with today's R&B and classic soul. Spirits seem to be really good here around the radio station. We did good work for the Harlem YMCA last week. And, once again, thank you to everybody who pledged support. We helped the Harlem YMCA raise almost half of its goal money, for their programs and whatnot. So, you open your wallets. We opened our hearts, and together we made a difference at the Harlem Y. So, thank you everybody for coming by. And by the way, Adimu is getting the dinner for 2. He got the most pledges during his show. And you know what he said he's going? You know where he said he's going to go? He said he wants to go up to Four Seasons and have that $1,000 cheeseburger. So that's a good one, though, Adimu. I wouldn't have even thought of that. I was thinking about, if I wanted, go over for, some oysters and whatnot, but it wouldn't cost $1,000. I was going to try to stick the bosses up for, a good $500 meal for, me, which is one person, just ordering a bunch of expensive stuff. But that's good. He just went for one item, plain $1,000 cheeseburger at the Four Seasons. That's good, Moo. That's good. Congratulations. We're laughing it up tonight at the Laugh Factory. It's the place to be. Ho! Happy birthday to the legendary Vaughn Harper. Vaughn celebrated his 92nd birthday on Monday. Just playing, Mr. Harper. How old do you think Vaughn is? I would guess 58.
56, 57, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so 55 plus. Somewhere between 55 and 61.
How you doing?
Yeah. He looks good. He's youthful. You know what I mean? His show comes on at 7 o'clock tonight, every weeknight right after the experience. Oh, there's Vaughn. Just pick up the phone. See if he's going to be forthright. If he's going to give us his real age or his showbiz age.
How you doing?
Studio.
How you doing?
59.
59. All right.
Thank you, Vaughn.
We believe that.
Gotta go.
That means 60. That means 60. You know how you stayed 29 for a few years until you got right with it? 59. Well, happy birthday, Vaughn. Vaughnie. Vaughnella. You can talk with him tonight at 7 o'clock. You know what? I'm doing a WBLS live broadcast. On just a little heads up, it's not until the end of the month, but it's March 25th. It's called Hard Bottom Fridays at a place called Lounge 42. It's on West Broad Street in Mount Vernon. And we're going to have free giveaways. We're going to be here on the radio, broadcasting live on WBLS. And Hard Bottom Fridays. It is what it says. Hard bottom shoes, no sneaks and whatnot. Grown and sexy. You know how we do here at BLS. So just keep that in mind. I'll remind you, 1,000 times over. But FYI, it's Friday, March 25th. Okay. All right. Oh, LA weight loss. All right. It's that time. I am starving. Starving like I don't know what. And I bought my own lunch today, thanks to the LA weight loss program. I know what to do. I got up this morning, boiled myself hard-boiled egg, brought that in. I got some light cheddar cheese. Have that in the other room. Going to get ready to bring it in. Tomato, cucumber salad. An orange. So I have a variety of stuff. So then by 7 o'clock, everything will be finished. But yeah, I nosh throughout the day. It's great LA weight loss. Yesterday, for our day off, peanut butter and jelly for lunch. Exactly. And a cup of watermelon. I'm embarrassed to eat watermelon watermelon and fried chicken just because they have such, you know what I mean? And I don't like to eat watermelon and fried chicken in mixed company. Shout out to all the white people. I will never eat watermelon and fried chicken in front of you. Just because, there's this thing. So I just, I'll eat everything else. I'll eat collard greens or whatever. Collard greens are a crossover food. Even Lori on Noggin sings about collard greens, Parents, you know who Lori is. But the watermelon and peanut butter and jelly yesterday for our snow day off. Anyway, thank you, LA Weight Loss, for helping me lose over 15 pounds and keeping it off. I do love it. 15 years they've been in business practically, and they've helped millions of people lose lots of pounds. The LA Weight Loss Program is a proven weight loss plan that is lasting, safe, healthy, and economically reasonable. There are tons of doctors across the country that recommend the LA Weight Loss Program. No pills, no crazy packaged foods. You get your one-on-one counseling from your LA Weight Loss counselor. Everybody gets a weight loss counselor when you get on LA Weight Loss. It's great. It is great. And, you can eat at restaurants. You can eat real food from grocery stores. You can eat your lean cuisines. For those of you I remember when I was single and would never be in the house to eat. So I wasn't cooking crap. But lean cuisine was my best friend. Guess what? On LA Weight Loss, they incorporate other healthy choices. Speaking of healthy choice, you can eat healthy choice too from the frozen foods. All kinds of stuff that you would think you'd have to give up. You don't have to give up on LA Weight Loss. I mean, you know, what's your pleasure? Give them a call. Let them explain the weight loss program to you. I think you might want to get on this. You know, it's almost time to take off that heavy coat and show what you got. 1-800-448-TRIM. 1-800-448-TRIM. I love LA Weight Loss. Often I'm out and people tell me, you know, they went on LA Weight Loss, they've lost weight. So I get my own LA Weight Loss success stories. People who listen to the show, and based on what I say, they get on it, and that makes me very, very pleased because they're a big advertiser here at the radio station, and I believe in them. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss, everybody. 1-800-448-TRIM. Okay, let's proceed on with some more commercials, a few more songs, and then let's get back into the chit-chat. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on the radio station featuring today's R&B and classic soul. It's 107.5 WVLS. Yeah, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Special shout out to everybody over Murder Inc., Gotti Brothers, Chin Checkers, Ja Rule. I saw you on MTV2 yesterday. I never saw your diary. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Chin Checkers. Got a chance to watch your full DVD yesterday on the snow day. And I appreciate you guys coming out. Hey, Gotti's. At least you're not dealing with all that drama. I mean, I know you got your own fish to fry, buddy. You know what I mean? And I got a new something or another to watch, which I had actually got a chance to watch prior to the show today. The WB is premiering a new show on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. It does give us something to watch, even though the 8 o'clock hour, what do you do at 8 o'clock Sunday nights? Usually I'm prepping for Wisteria Lane. And when I say prepping, I mean I'm doing anything but watching TV. Don't get nervous. It's 90% out of my system, but hold on. Okay. Damn. Anyway, there's this new show premiering on Sunday. Is this coming Sunday the 6th? Yep. At 8 o'clock. And it's called The Starlet. It's a new reality series about 10 aspiring actresses with only one who's going to end up in Hollywood. Now, on this show, they have the judges, Faye Dunaway, the legendary Bonnie of Bonnie and Clyde, a casting director named Joseph Middleton, and then the fabulous friend to the show, Vivica A. Fox.
Put that where? Back there.
Exactly. I bet you that's what you said when you found out about the goings-on the other day, didn't you, Viv? Yo, Viv, the best thing you could do is not even be a part of that. So now stop talking about it and let's just move on and just, you know what I'm saying? You tap that ass and now that's that. Because that over there, that's a mess. Mm-hmm. Vivica, when you heard the news about the shooting, what did you say?
Put that where? Back there.
I bet you did.
Put that where? Back there.
You know, I called Vivica a friend to the show. That was a Freudian slip because she's never been on this radio show. But I told you I ran into her at a fashion show some months ago, and she said that, you know, she was real ladylike about it, and I need her to come on the show to talk about her new show, The Starlet, plus the success of a lifetime and you know, just whatever. You know, she and I have a lot in common, being that we believe in reupholstering our seats. You know, you don't, just because you keep the same old car doesn't mean you don't get, you know, your oil changed and reupholstered and, you know, zhuzhed up. So we have a lot in common. One more time, Viv. One more time. Put that where? Back there. All right. Vivica, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give your new show a 6. I mean, I liked it. And I'll be checking it out on Sunday nights beginning March 6th. It's called The Starlet. I'm not interested in aspiring actresses, though. That's the only thing. I'm only interested in what Vivica has to say. Does that make sense? I don't know that that'll keep me watching the show, but I'm going to give it a whirl. I got this crazy picture of Jasmine Guy, and as I'm talking about her, I just need to pass this. Who delivered this to me? I believe I got it from the desk of Arthur J. Evans. Oh, but he's clapping for himself. You can be a vain bitch, Arthur J. Did you take it back off my desk? Where is my picture of Jasmine Guy?
I didn't want it.
Because truly, she was fly, but now it's a little scary. And you know what? But you have to applaud her for letting nature take its course. I can't even find the damn picture.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, go get it, because it's worth a get. I need Loon to look at it when he comes in here. As a matter of fact, we need to just feature that in the room. It's quite a scary. Ew! Pull up your pants! Oh my gosh! That was like 8 inches of crack! He doesn't wear underwear?
It's somewhere in there.
Anyway, Jasmine, everybody, is now living in Atlanta, if you're wondering what she's doing, and she's quite happy. So really, that's all that matters. She's still married to her husband, who's a businessman. His name is Terrence Duckett. Her 5-year-old daughter, Imani, is doing wonderfully. And she lives in a lovely house. I got this article from the Atlanta Voice. Shout out to everybody in Atlanta. Hey, how you doing? She lives in a 2-story, 5-bedroom house with lots of yard space for Imani to run around. And you remember one of the last times that we talked? Okay, then it's got to be in my paperwork. Doggone it. That was such a featureable thing. Without shuffling my deck, look at my paperwork. Don't shuffle the deck, though. Anyway, remember one of the last times we talked about her was when she abruptly left her high-profile role in the high-profile show, The Violet Hour on Broadway. And here's what she says about that. Now, she's reflecting months ago when this hoopla was going on. She said, I read a few rumors about drug abuse and alcoholism, but that wasn't even the case. I had a family emergency that was preventing me from giving my all to the show. I apologized to the producers and came down to Atlanta. The weird behavior on my part was that I was fidgeting at times because I had quit smoking and was getting used to the Zyban that I was on. Oh, was there fidgeting? I love Atlanta, so it's nice to be home. Yeah, that's nice. Damn, we need to get that picture.
See if I can pull it up again.
Yeah. In the meantime, while we're talking about it, damn. Taryn, did we get any water or diet? Just something. Thanks. Toni Braxton, this is the month that some of my favorites have their music coming out, including Jennifer Lopez. His new CD is in stores, now, and Mariah's CD is coming out and stuff. And it brings me to Toni Braxton. Like, do people even think about Toni Braxton anymore unless you're listening to an oldies or an easy listening station? You're in your dentist office and you hear Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night. And then you remind yourself that while her music is being played on, classic stations, she's a modern woman that hasn't been heard on modern radio since forever. Since the Bonnie and Clyde theme, quite frankly, right? And that wasn't even a Toni Braxton type of song. That was just, Toni on some hip-hop bebop, which I like Toni on that too, but you know how she sounds best. Well, 5 previously unreleased tracks were found. She's doing Unbreak My Heart, the remix collection. And that's going to be out on April 12th via LaFace Legacy Records. There are going to be 11 tracks. And then these 5, previously unreleased ones. So I hope that when she goes out to promote this, if she goes out to promote it, that she's going to stop through the studio. Because I just love some Toni Braxton. I mean, her music is one thing, but the woman is a whole nother. I just love her. Okay, the phone lines are open, everybody. Advice Hour is coming up next on the Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy, man.
So I called you like 3 weeks ago about me and my boy had a threesome and how he touched my butt. He came to me saying that he really want to have sex with me.
Well, you should have known that when he touched your butt.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice Hour.
I'm having a
problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Hey, Shay in Harlem. Thanks for listening to WBLS. She's clapping her hands because we finally played Baby Mama by Fantasia. She's just so happy. Oh, Shay. I like that song, though, in a really classic ghetto kind of way. That's a nice song. That's super ghetto. But I like it. And she's got a really beautiful voice and a beautiful smile. So shout out to Shay. But that's not what this break is about. This break is about Berger and Associates. Big sponsors here on The Experience. Big sponsors here at the radio station. Berger and Associates, attorneys at law. They've got a telephone number that you need to call for a free consultation concerning accidents, injuries to your children, and injuries to adults. 1-800-LAW-4444. Special shout out to Brad Berger and his associates. 1-800-LAW-4444.
What kind of show is this anyway? Different. How different?
Impactful, cutting edge.
Let's take this form, this very American tradition of entertainment into the 21st century, the new millennium. Okay, no. What's the name of the show?
The Experience.
I really like this. You know how I know? I'm getting a boner.
Have you lost your mind? Do you know how much mail we will get?
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
The content of the show, it's just politically incorrect.
Exactly. Who are the characters? You got characters involved?
We have three-dimensional characters.
What do you got? How about
Pocono Dave.
Oh, here we go, dealing with these Negroes again.
Artie, life of the party.
Your eyes are closed, a mouth is a mouth, a toe is a toe, and a booty is a booty.
This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna hit it with the bomb diggity on this one. No, we're gonna get to star in the show because we need a star to carry the show.
The queen of all media, Wendy Williams, baby. Folks will be outraged.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience, everybody. A shout out to a listener by the name of NJS, who is reminding me that I had interviewed with Vivica Fox when I was at the Shootout radio station. I guess we can call them that now because, it is what it is. No, I don't count that. What I was talking about is a one-on-one in the studio in contemporary times. You know what I'm saying? Like when she came that time, she was with Jada Pinkett and O.J. Simpson's daughter and a whole bunch of women. And I remember that they were promoting soul food in theaters, but I don't count that because I didn't have a one-on-one with Vivica at that time, and she wasn't as hot then as she is right now, in my opinion, as a single woman, as a singular entertainer, not part of an ensemble. I thank you, NJS. All right, everybody. By the way, this is Advice Hour. Coming up next hour, the Hour of Truth, and I will address the 50 and the game and the shootout station and the rap wars, as the media is now calling it. In the meantime, I got an intern update. Shout out to Switchblade D.
Oh, wow.
For those of you who have been hanging tough with the experience, we have an assembly of nice interns working at the show, and when their time is up, then they go on and they do other things. Internships last for 3 months, and so Dee is not here anymore. She hasn't been here in some time, but she says, "Wendy" with 4 exclamation points. How are you? It's Deandra D, old Switchblade D, as you used to call me. Hold on, because she's got some shocking news in here. Hope everything is good with you. I'm tuning in. I've been out of town for a while, but I'm back, and I wanted to say hello. It's been a long time. I had a baby in November, and she's going to be 4 months. Congratulations, Dee. So I've been listening, and I see that you haven't spoken on a couple of things like Little Kim's trial and how they're making Junior Mafia and Capone testify against her. No, we've been speaking on Little Kim's trial, Switchblade, but thank you for retuning into the show. You've been out of town and busy nursing, apparently. Also, she says Russell Simmons has found himself a new hustle with Rock the Fun, where he's promising young people under 25 a lot of money owed to them from the government. Yes, I did see that on the whatchamacallit. And yes, I know about Sukanya and her counterparts. And so thank you very much, Dee. Congratulations on your baby. It's always nice to hear from the interns. We can only do but so much here at the radio program, but I enjoy hearing from them. I sure do wish I could reach back to the guy that I interned for, but he doesn't take my phone calls for whatever reason. Matt Siegel in Boston. Anyway, let's get to advice. Dear Wendy, I'm in my early 30s and I've been stuck in a dead-end job for the past 6 months due to corporate layoffs. I ended up in retail. Sorry, I must eat. This Jaguar must be paid for. I hear that, sister. Ironically, Wendy, my immediate supervisor here at the retail job is one of my girlfriend's closest friends. Whenever I need a call to call off from work, she calls my girl to make sure I'm not BSing. She retickets items such as Chloe and Celine bags. She marks them from the real prices, like $1,200 each, and makes them about $6. She puts 6 and then a dollar sign. I'm assuming that's $600 as opposed to $6. Either way, you can see something crookedy's going on at the job. Let me get back to the facts. Well, I put in my 2 weeks notice on Monday because I've finally gotten a position back in corporate America. She has been effing with me ever since I put in my 2 week notice, calling my cell phone on my days off to confront me about my exit review. I have to work with this chick until next week, but she is making it really hard. My question is, should I blow up her spot? What do you think? Well, on your last day of work, you might want to put a bug in her supervisor's ear and tell her supervisor to lay low and watch how your direct supervisor does it, so that it doesn't seem like you're a liar. Not that you're going to get anything from this except for personal satisfaction. And I understand what that means on one hand. On the other hand, you can just let her dig her own hole and be thankful that you're back in corporate America where you want to be to pay for your Jaguar and your fabulous life. So you can go either one of two ways. Either, just leave it or blow it up, but wait until the last day. Which one would I do? It would depend on how I felt on my last day. I would live out my 2 weeks, and on the last day, it would depend on how I felt. Really it would. Okay. Dear Wendy, how you doing? Listen, I'm a 27-year-old banker, English born, and I'm Nigerian, and I live in Long Island. I never focused much on relationships because of my goals, but I was introduced to a 32-year-old RPN. What is that? Registered practicing nurse?
RPN,
whatever it is, okay. I was introduced to a 32-year-old RPN by a colleague 4 months ago. We got along well, and she's a great woman, smashing individual, humorous, honest, beautiful, and out to make something of herself, independent of any man. On the flip side, Wendy, she's got 4 kids by 4 babies' fathers. All of the fathers abused her, and all the fathers are deadbeats. Only one pays child support. The rest are bums. Wendy, I have no kids. And even though I've dated women with kids before, I know this spells baggage, but she has her head on straight and she is stable. She is educated. And I understand that if she has a man that loves her, that man has to love her 4 kids by 4 different babies' fathers also. She also has to be careful of who she lets into her life. I have less margin for error. She has said that I am unlike anyone that she's ever dated before, and I work and I'm successful. It isn't about the money because she has a bachelor's too, and she makes good money, Wendy. She found God in the years gone by, but believes that I'm the kind of guy that she needs, but not actually what she has always... I can't read that word. She cares about me, yada, 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 yada. She's happy because I am not a nigga, as she puts it. Let me get down to his question. She seems to be afraid to love or to commit to a man after all she's been through. Please help. I need some insight. I don't think I'm in love yet, but I just have that feeling in my gut that she's the one. P.S. I love your book. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you. Well, Mr. Banker, 27 years old with no kids. I have to applaud your open-mindedness, because there are men who would run from this situation. A 32-year-old woman with 4 kids by 4 different men, and 3 of the men are total deadbeats. Hell, if I were a man, I think I'd run. I applaud you being open-minded. There's nothing that I can say in terms of helping her open up, other than that time is on your side. If you guys really dig each other, then date, have fun, go on vacations together, get somebody to care for the kids, go on vacations together, have fun, date. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I mean, you said yourself you're not in love yet. Well, so then why would you be thinking that she should be in love already? He says she seems afraid to love and to commit. Well, you have to understand, she's also looking out for the welfare of her 4 children, and apparently she's been through a lot. A lot of baggage. But I applaud you for being willing to take it on, and only time will tell what is going to happen with your relationship. And you seem like the kind of guy who's ready to invest the time. So that's terrific, Mr. Banker, numbers cruncher. No, he said she's not in it for a paycheck. Oh, you did that for the banker? Okay. Now I want to share with you guys a very interesting story about a 23-year-old grandmother. This is not advice. It's simply an article that I've pulled from the Milwaukee Times, a very interesting newspaper. We happen to be on the radio in Milwaukee, and so shout out to all the Wendy Williams Experience listeners in Milwaukee. Wow, don't you have an interesting city? A young woman named Jalitha Watson has spoken of her shock over learning that her 12-year-old daughter had given birth. The 23-year-old woman said, well, geez, you were only how old when you gave birth? 11? Wait, what's 23 minus 12? Dave? 11. 11? Mm-hmm. Well, geez, it seems to run in your family. I don't know why you were so shocked. A 23-year-old woman said she had been devastated by the news, but intended to support her daughter and her baby grandson. Her daughter, who is in her second year of junior high, had the baby in the bathroom of their apartment on Monday. Jalitha had not known that her daughter was pregnant. Good. Way to keep an eye on your daughter. I mean, it's, when a girl is 15, 17, you got a way of being able to hide that from your mom, because your mom is not standing there watching you dress and all like that. But it would seem to me that an 11 or 12-year-old daughter, at some point or another, your mom sees you in some form of nakedness. Oh, well, maybe not. I don't know. All right, Jalitha had not known that her daughter was pregnant. The girl and the child were taken to Milwaukee District General Hospital, where they're both doing well. Jalitha, who gave birth herself at 12, told a news conference at the hospital, we had no idea she was pregnant. Nobody in the family did. She had put on a bit of weight, but we didn't expect anything. I couldn't believe it when her water broke, and I even threatened to slap an ambulance man when he said that she had to give birth. She revealed that her daughter had even been to see a doctor in the weeks before the birth, and the pregnancy had not been detected. Okay, well, it's time to switch doctors. Jalitha, who lives in subsidized housing with her daughter and 2 younger sons, a cousin, and her husband, described the daughter as a normal teen who enjoys talking on the phone, watching television, and listening to hip-hop. Her favorite group is B2K. Jalitha, this is the 23-year-old mother, says, I'm obviously upset, but our main goal is to be, has to be my daughter and her baby. I want to be a grandma, but I want it to be a grandma, but not this soon. That's probably what your mom said too, Jalitha. Mm-hmm. She had no clue. She has no clue as to the identity of her grandson's father. Here she goes on to say, it's not important unless he wants to be in my grandson's life. He needs to be a man and step up, but if he ain't, then it's all good because we will provide for my daughter and the baby. And you think your life is twisted, everybody. Alrighty. What was that sign you just held up? 30 seconds? Well, damn. All right, you guys, the phone lines are open at 866-GET-WENDY. And Advice Hour continues. And then, of course, during the Hour of Truth, we got some gossiping to do. Michael, Little Kim, Peppa, Shar Jackson, 50 in game. Probably won't get to any of the others because we'll be talking about 50 in game. I'll take your phone calls and whatnot. Plus, we got Loon coming in, too. We'll get him to talk about 50 in game as well. All right, keep it here.
Wendy, man.
I've been with this guy for like 5 years, and I know you say don't cheat. I know, but I can't help it. I want to.
Do you have intention on getting married?
We're married.
Oh, my God!
The Wendy Williams Experience.
I could see Lisa Ray starting a fight at an Oscar party. That's not beyond me, Veronica. We'll talk about that later in the show. I'm sorry, everything is always later, but this is Advice Hour. I just like to get to the issue at hand so that we can move on, get to the Hour of Truth. Like I said, we're going to be talking about, the rap war. I give you my opinion. Many of you might agree. Many of you might disagree. But, in the meantime, we'll put that there. And this is Advice Hour. So, hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm calling from San Diego. I'm 26. I just need advice. I got in this big argument with my girlfriend. And basically what happened is that I packed up all my shit. And I'm already telling her that I'm going to leave. And I called my mom, telling her that I'm moving back in. She's cool with that. And then after doing all that, she gave me the option. Well, my ex-girlfriend gave me the option to keep the apartment because she said that she's leaving. So I guess what I'm asking is do I stay here or do I move back to my mammy's pad?
Well, if you can live on your own at any given time, I always say go for that.
So just stay.
Can you afford?
Well, my rent, yeah, okay. Well, my rent is $725 a month, and I make $465 a week.
Okay, so you can afford the rent. You might want to think about. Do you have a friend that you might want to move in with you?
It's a one-bedroom apartment. That's the thing. Like, who's gonna want to live in with a one-bedroom apartment?
Well, I mean, that's a bit steep for your weekly money. Would you think about taking on a second job?
Probably not.
So then why don't you move back with your mother, but move back there with the goal of being out by, like, June 1st into your own place that's more affordable for you?
So just move back to my mom's.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. If it was me, I'd stay in the apartment.
Right. That's my feeling. Like, I don't even know why I'm like fighting the situation by myself. But
I would make it work. There's no way. And I mean, I love my parents, and they would be as open to me moving back home as your mom is with you. But you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. I'm staying. I'll pay that for $700 a month, and I'll make it work.
So just duke it out.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Hello.
Hi, Wendy.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
Is this Wendy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi. Okay, I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I have a jump off. It's a long-term jump off. We've been together like 10 years, and now I just like actually like rekindled the thing. And he's like, I don't know what to do with this. Should I showed up at his house the other day, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. He's like, "What are you doing? I have a girl, whatever." And I'm just like, I haven't called him in 2 weeks, so I'm just trying to figure out, like, should I call him or just leave it alone?
Leave it alone. Anybody who's been a jump off for 10 years is not worth anything to the man except for maybe the sole of his foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, through 10 years, he has a new girlfriend, and it's never been you. He's never thought of it as you as anything but, somebody that he hides and bones and then, sends off on your own. I'm sure in 10 years you guys have had a few emotionally intimate moments. Apparently they haven't been good enough because you have not been able to elevate yourself from jump-off status. And the idea of you showing up at his house unannounced at 6 o'clock in the morning sounds slightly cuckoo. Yeah, I think you need to purge yourself and think of yourself a little bit better than a jump-off, especially because you put up with that for 10 years. You sound like a woman of a certain age. How old are you?
27.
Oh, 27. You want more for yourself.
I know.
Leave it alone. And you know what? Stop calling him.
Okay, I'm going to delete his numbers.
Yeah.
No more drunk dialing. That's what that is.
Oh, no. Yeah, I understand. No more of that. No more of that. And do me a favor and yourself a favor.
Uh-huh.
Never repeat to any man that you choose to get romantically involved with that you were somebody's jump off for 10 years or even 10 minutes.
Okay.
It makes you appear to be a certain type of woman. And the purpose of you starting over and deleting his number is you got a second chance at owning your womanhood.
Okay.
So, put that where.
Thank you, Wendy.
You can put that where.
Back there.
Exactly.
And I just want to say that story that you just read, embarrassing. Please do not read any more stories like that.
You take care.
It's so embarrassing. I want to crawl under the table for her.
Exactly. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Wendy.
Bye-bye. Yeah, she's talking about the 23-year-old grandmother. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you today? It's Wendy.
Hi, I'm calling for advice hour.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my question is, I'm a 37-year-old female, and I'm dating a 29-year-old male. I'm divorced with 2 children, and he also has 2 children. I just want to know your advice on whether you think it could work with the age difference.
And you're 37 and he's 27? Hello? Hello?
Here.
Hello?
I'm here, Wendy.
Yeah, you're 37 and he's 27?
Yes, I'm a professional person. He is a blue-collar worker, very hard worker.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. There is some maturity level difference between us, and I just wanted to get your advice on that.
Well, who watches after his kids? Do they live with their mom?
They live with their mom, yeah.
I mean, I think it can work. Age is nothing but a number. I don't know to what level of immaturity he is, but 37, 27, why not? I mean, you do have 2 kids. You want to be careful about moving him into your house and whatnot. And
because of his age?
No, because you have 2 children who are watching, and when you constantly are cohabitating with different men.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I've been divorced for 10 years, and this is a new relationship for me.
Yeah, take it slow and enjoy.
Thank you, Wendy.
Kamora Lee Simmons, a shout out to you. Your quote in today's newspaper slays me, and we'll talk about that coming up. Dear Wendy, what did the 23-year-old grandmother expect when she was young, when she had her own daughter? She doesn't even know how to keep her legs closed. I bet the girl's father isn't around. Her mother's a slut, and also, yeah, I got to tell you something. Everybody's spitting fire and venom, and guess what? I got another one of these stories. A 26-year-old grandmother out of the UK. Shout out to Chewy and Trinity. They are the first female motorcycle club in Boston. They call themselves the Boston Divas. Thank you, girls. Also, a quick one for me. Wendy, I'm curious to know the name of the woman with 4 kids and the banker boyfriend. She sounds like a lot of my brother's psycho baby's mamas. Is her name Charlene? I'm curious. Hey, Mr. Banker, is this woman's name Charlene? If it is, it's time to run. Don't walk. She's been pegged to psycho baby's moms. Then again, the baby's father could be a bum, and you know how they like to make excuses for why they're not paying their child support. I'm just saying. Keep it here, Loon, plus bang, 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 shoot 'em up talk coming up next hour. Keep it here, everyone.
Wendy, man.
Ex-boyfriend, he wants to fight me.
How old is everybody?
I'm 43. She's 38. And he's 40.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Please, more gossip. You need to pick it up.
Wendy girl, who's the gay rapper?
Rather controversial.
Controversy in the rap world.
This is what I know how to do, so I'm not playing.
I hear you.
Go hard or go home.
All right.
The chain playing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Alrighty, everybody. Whoa, it's the Wendy Williams Experience, and it is the Hour of Truth. Special shout out to everybody in South Carolina listening to us on Hot 103.9. Yes, the hot station where guns aren't ablazing. Hot 103.9 in Columbia, South Carolina, my good people. Don't forget, First Friday is this coming Friday. And I will be hosting the party at the South Trust Building right downtown in Columbia. Don't forget the dress code is grown and sexy. And then Saturday I'm going to be in Maryland for the Power 99 ski trip. Shout out to everybody in Philly. And welcome to the studio, Loon. Oh, don't you look like your mother's son. Hi, honey. Have a seat. Anything but hip-hop today, huh, Loon?
Oh, man.
He got on kind of like a grown man shoe thing happening. There is no jewelry. Loon looks like he's on his way to a job over at some retail. You look like you managed Sean John or something.
I'm comfortable today.
I hope I didn't say that and bring up bad blood.
Nah.
No earrings, no jewelry, nothing. I can tell you what you do have, which is more important than it all, a beautiful set of teeth and smooth skin.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. No drill.
Thank you very much.
Well, Loon. So, Loon, everybody, let me just catch you up to speed. First of all, we talked about the stabation during All-Star Weekend last year in L.A., and then we were all happy to see that the charges were dropped.
Yes.
Do tell, sir.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's just another case of bad place, wrong time, I would like to say. And, I am happy that, I didn't suffer the consequences of, attempted murder and the charges I was, faced with. And then also for the victim, so I heard he was cool, because I did some investigating, because, he did rent some space in my life,
Yeah.
So,
Let me ask you, at the time that stabbing happened, you were on Bad Boy. What role did Puffy play in trying to swoop down and help his artist out?
He bailed me out. Actually, I want to say, thanks to, a lot of people that was pretty much lined up to help me out, but, being that Puff was in L.A., and I know how, media situations can perceive situations. So, I definitely called him, giving him the benefit of the doubt, not really reaching out in need. And, he said, nah, it's not a problem. Nah, what's the situation? Laid it out for him. He took care of it. Thank God for that. Shout out to Puff for being a man. Being my man.
Excuse me, Loon. We're conducting a radio show over here, okay? Very black. Anyway, Loon, go ahead.
Yeah, so, he came through for me, I definitely gotta say, he definitely came through. And
but you're not with Bad Boy anymore.
Nah, it's on amicable terms, Me and Puff are still cool. I still look at him like a big brother, Just, I gotta spread my wings. Wendy, it's like my contribution in the past 4 years at Bad Boy has been, wonderful. I've been some beautiful places. I've met a lot of beautiful people. There's a lot of beautiful things that came out of my relationship, my business relationship.
Yes.
The past 4 years with Bad Boy, but now, I've matured in the game.
Was there a contract that you had that was then up, or a certain amount of CDs that you were supposed to deliver and then that time was up, or did you just go in and flip a desk and say I'm out?
No, it was basically my first and only real request out of like 4 years.
Nice.
I'm a soldier.
Nice.
The way the cards was laid out at Bad Boy, wasn't such a, great hand, because there was a lot of transitions, a lot of heads was rolling, a lot of people was getting rehired, fired, and these are the people that's responsible for my career at the time. So I don't blame Puff as an individual. I blame the company collectively.
Yeah. How old are you now?
For me?
Yeah. Well, showbiz age. What do you say?
No, I'm in my late 20s.
Okay, all right.
I'm in my late 20s.
How's your mom doing?
She's doing fine.
Good,
She's doing fine. She's down in Georgia now.
Good. So, how come you never participated in any of the making of the bands or anything like that?
Well,
I know you were already made
was
at that
crazy
point.
Because, I was pretty much like setting up for, my album, releasing my album, and they were taping the shows, and a lot of times they was filming away from the studio.
Yeah.
I needed to be at the studio at the time.
Now, your CD came out in September, and it was
October.
like, whatever.
Yeah,
what was it called?
Loon. It was self-titled, and it's funny you said September because that was one of the dates it was announced to be released.
And then you cut a video.
It was August, then it was October.
And the video was never released. One of our listeners who lives up in Harlem said that she was actually in the video, and to ask you whatever happened to the video.
I wonder what video was that.
I don't know.
Because every video I shot
I'm trying
released.
to think about what album was it. Was
nah,
there any?
we shot How You Want That. That was one single.
Okay.
We did a video for that. Down For Me. Only did 2 videos two singles, 2 videos. And that was pretty much it.
Now, when Mace came back out, because it's Loon, everybody, on the Wendy Experience.
Yeah.
Mace, Loon, Harlem World. When Mace came back to rap, did he ever reach out to you? Like, let's collabo, let's do something, let's...
Well, I've been speaking to Mace ever since he left. Like, just periodically, you know what I'm saying? I holler at him just to check his pulse, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was all right with me. Like I said, you know, a lot of people have a lot of harsh, you know what I'm saying, relationships with, like, Mace and Puff. And, you know, these are guys I've done business with, and I've never encountered nothing, like, you know, personally extreme. So, you know,
This
like
is a
I
very
said,
nice coat, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Got it from Apollo Express. Shout out to Apollo Express,
Yeah,
Monroe's.
nice coat.
DNA buying the store, Muhammad.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, you know, like I always communicated with Mace, and I always sensed that he was going to try to make that transition because you know how it is. Guy's still young.
Yeah.
You know, he left at,
and you don't
he
stop,
left
baby.
he left at the peak of his career.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like him coming from Harlem, you know, that's a dream to have women at your feet. You know what I'm saying? Traveling the world, wearing all kinds of jewelry, driving all kinds of cars.
What's he up to now?
Well, he's supposed to be working on another project. He's supposed to be really, like, you know, just fully coming out of his shell and just really
Murder
being
Makes
amazing.
Back.
Yeah, I mean, why not at this point? Because, you know.
Will you be on anything with him?
Yeah, actually, we did do a song together. It's hot. You know, because he's down in Georgia. I'm down in Georgia. You know,
That's where you make home now?
Yeah, I've been down there for like 4 years now.
Oh, nice. Have you turned your life over to God? Has he tried to persuade you in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, God always been in my life.
Well,
you know?
but you know what I mean.
People don't know. I mean, I don't know if y'all read Mace's book. I was the person that took Mace to church.
Oh.
Yeah, because like when we was on the promo tour for Harlem World, you know, being that the situation over there with Sony wasn't so secure, I felt like at that time I really did need God to, you know, protect me. So like every town we was in on a Sunday, it didn't matter if it was Baton Rouge or Small Fox, Idaho, then, you know, I would go to church. So we happened to be in Georgia at the time.
Nice
and
boy.
I took Mace to church, you know, and that happened to be the church he became a member of.
Oh.
So that's my boy, you know what
So,
I mean?
Loon, do you have children?
Yes.
How many?
3.
How many different babies' mothers?
3.
You do need church.
Yeah, I do.
And a job.
Yeah, I do.
Pay some child support.
I mean, I take care of mine, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
How
saying.
old are the kids?
My kids is big, 13, 11, and 8.
Crap, Loon.
Wow.
You've been digging it out for a while.
Yeah, that's why I ain't gonna lie. You know, my kids have really made me the man that I am today.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I wasn't successful as far as school. I didn't complete school. I didn't achieve anything that was, you know, laid out.
You weren't academically astute, but, you know, that doesn't necessarily have to do with the game of life.
I mean, I wasn't
when you're going to be a rapper.
I wasn't the dullest. I wasn't a dull knife, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was sharp, you know?
Yeah.
But my kids, they gave me responsibility.
Nice.
You know, 'cause you know how it is when you're out in the street.
Yes.
You don't really have too much responsibility.
How do you get along with their moms?
They be cool. I mean, we go on trips together. We all friends. It's like, you know.
You still sleep together?
Nah, I'm cool.
You got a girlfriend? Are you in love or anything?
Nah, I tried a few relationships, you know.
Yeah.
It's like this whole industry thing being new to me, you know, at this magnitude. And not only that, just the whole, now I'm a part of the community.
Yes.
So it's like now, oh man, like I'm dealing with a lot of people and stuff that I'm not used to coming from, you know, the ground.
What kind of deal do you have with Lot 61, the clothing company?
Oh, no, that wasn't an exclusive deal. I'm glad you asked that because maybe some, you know, fashion designers are listening, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You would make a perfect model.
Yeah, people say that, but I mean,
I'm
you know,
gonna tell
like
you who
a
you
lot of
look like
people try to
today.
get you to say cheese for free. Like, yo, Loon, come take some pictures. Like, nah, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you done gave, like...
The guy who hosted Dons and
whoever this
Divas,
raggedy
I'm
chick
forgetting
is.
his name off the top of my head. Dons and Divas with Lisa Ray. Dons and Divas with Mekhi Phifer. Doggone you. Yes.
That's my boy.
You do look like Mekhi Phifer very much today. Do you think that Puff could have done better for your project that was released in October?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like, a lot of things could have been done, but like I said, at the same time, I was helping or, refurbishing his career and bringing light to the label.
Yeah.
He just got a little sidetracked with, with his own project and with everything that was going on with his career.
Isn't one of your family the Brand Nubians?
Nah, not at all. Those guys are just, Actually, that's the first video I ever did.
Yeah, I guess that's where people might have gotten that. So how did you hook up with Puff originally? Like back in the day, how did you originally meet him to hook up?
Well, the first time I worked for him, I wasn't even signed to Bad Boy. I did I wrote something on the Forever album, and it was a song with Kelly Price. And then recently, not too long ago, Arista, I was signed to Arista as a solo artist. I was signed by Clive Davis. Then Clive Davis left. L.A. Reid came, and I got all mixed up in that shuffle. So at the time, being that Bad Boy was under the same umbrella, I thought it was sufficient to try to make a move to Bad Boy. Yeah. And I thought legally it'd be cool.
Yes.
So it happened. I was scheduled to go to Miami and stay 4 days and write 2 songs for Puff. That was pretty much like orientation.
Yes,
I want to say. But I ended up staying like 4 weeks and I wrote 11 songs.
Nice.
And the rest was like just, I was writing everything.
Yeah. So what kind of car are you driving now?
Right now, this moment, I'm low. I'm in my maximum. I got a little.
I appreciate your honesty. Clap for the honesty. Because you could have fronted. We don't live in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You could have said, something big. I appreciate your honesty.
I got some joint behind me right now. My maximum, I like my maximum is a little SL. I get around New York. You know how New York is.
Yeah, but what about
a lot of celebrities get pulled over, and harassed.
Do you want to stay to talk about gunplay in hip hop? You want to stay for another break?
I don't mind.
Because you've answered my line of questions, but I see Dave just held up. No, you held up the 2-minute sign. All right, we'll talk more about Loon. We'll spend the next 2 minutes talking about all that is Loon.
Hey.
But then I want to talk about all that is lunacy in hip hop, and you can either stay and join in and get caught up in the matrix with us, or you can leave because those are your brethren, and you do need some collabos.
I ain't even so much with the collabos. I was just like, I want to just make one statement.
Go ahead, Loon.
I just feel like, being that, and I came from the street for real, and a lot of these dudes I know came from the street, and it's not really no real pissing contest to see who resume is longer. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is all we got, man. They done took everything else that we hold dear, and it's like to see brothers just grossing so much money and like so much success in the game, and definitely being all the things I done been through in the music business. Yeah, I'm still here, like not bitter about it, and just trying to deal with it because I've been through worse. There's worse out there in the street. But I'm just looking at these dudes like, man, brothers need to really like have a round table, sit down, man, and really look at themselves. Like, take your eyes off the next dude for a minute and really count your own blessings. You got Game, most anticipated artist of the year. You know what I'm saying? And, he had a huge first week. 50 being like, a contributor to that situation. Like, both of them, are like receiving such like great blessings from, their work ethics and everything that they've achieved together as a team, whether it's business or whether it was personal, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, the Tupac and Biggie situation put such a dent in the game.
Yeah.
And, like, to have such a situation reoccur, that would probably just put us in a bad situation where everybody got to get corny again and start like really just rapping for Z100.
Happy rapping.
Because it would just be banned. Anything that even feels real. You don't even have to be cursing. It'll get to a point where they'll censor us to the point where like even if anything you saying emphasizing just the word "the" too strong. Yeah. It's like no.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's not destroy, what we got going for ourselves. My brothers, if y'all listen out there, y'all know how I rock. Y'all always see me by myself. I'm always, I'm official with mine. Y'all official with y'all, whatever. But let's do it right, man, because this is all we got, man.
I appreciate that. Loon is so ready to get out of this seat. He's trying to escape.
Nah, this seat wasn't hot at all, I gotta say. New York, if y'all listen, man, the seat is very warm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not hot at all.
You don't mind if I call you Loon the ladies' man, do you?
Well, I mean, I didn't really want to get left with that. That was something that happened by circumstance, but it's okay. It sounds good coming out your mouth.
I need you for more.
Why?
Little Flips gave you a nice shout out on 106 & Park. He was just shouting you out because you broke Sunshine before everyone was playing, and he said after you played it, the whole country started.
Of course!
The Wendy Williams Experience.
You know what? It's the Wendy Williams Experience. And my friend Jason is going to be calling right after this break, Jadakiss. And so I'll reserve my comments because they're real short and sweet. That's it. I don't, this whole, hip hop bang bang and whatnot, I'm grown and I'm sexy and I'm a mother and I just, whatever. Loon, we brought you back just so I can ask you about one thing.
No, I'm chill with you.
I forgot all about that you and Game actually worked together on your CD. What song was that?
It was the How You Want That remix. Yeah, I did a version with him and E40. Then I did a version with T.I. and 8Ball. Yeah, 8Ball. Then I did three different versions.
How was Game to work with?
Nah, he's cool to work with. You know what I'm saying? He's really into
a real cock monster, real cocky. Or, was he?
Nah, I didn't get that. And I met him before I knew he rapped.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that because before, he really used to be observing. You could tell he was, he was a young dude studying, observing, paying attention.
Yeah.
And I guess, now that he's in position, he's applying everything he was watching. But in the studio, we worked together, and he was very vulnerable because a lot of artists don't like to show that they could use a little help here or how this sound,
right?
Or, and he was very vulnerable, not vulnerable, but he was real honest with the vibe. So it was good to work with him. I had fun working with him.
How was it, by the way, working with Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx,
our Oscar
he's
winner.
A trip. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Jamie Foxx and everybody at the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? This was a big year for black folks in general, I must say. And it was just last year, actually, this song we did last year around Grammy time. So that's what's so crazy that I'm releasing it around Grammy time this year.
Yeah.
But, we had left one of them big Hollywood parties. He was partying. The vibe was hot.
Chiefin'.
Chicks was around.
Right.
And he took everybody to his crib. So, everybody mingling around his dude's crib. He was in the studio and it's in the basement, downstairs. So I'm bugging because I know Jamie from the streets and I know that, he got cake, but he got a lot of people wandering around your house and where you at?
Oh, okay.
So he just popped up out of nowhere yo, Loon, I got this record for you.
In the meantime, did you see any unsavory characters trying to put crap in their pockets and stuff?
Nah, that's the whole funny thing. I mean, Jamie's a good dude, and I don't think his aura calls for him to be, placed in that type of situation.
Okay.
I mean, what I'm trying to say, you can't steal from Jamie. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to steal from Jamie Foxx. So
But you thought about it, didn't you?
Nah, I didn't think about it. Nah, but he had some nice stuff in there. I mean, he had a real, homie home. But anyway, he came through, yo, I got this record. So I'm record? And I didn't even see no equipment. I didn't see no studio. I didn't know basically what he was talking about. So when he played the record for me, it was just right up my alley. It was a song I was familiar with making. Even though a lot of people think I don't make street records or I don't make records with edge or hard or whatever. But it was a record I was familiar with making, and it was nothing, you know what I'm saying?
So did you take another pull and then just do your verse right there? or how'd that work?
I mean, nah,
your teeth are incredibly white.
Thanks.
That's some beautiful teeth, aren't they?
Thanks.
For a rapper.
Wow. Will Smith is a rapper?
He's Hollywood, though.
Okay, okay.
That's the first thing they do to buy the teeth. Haven't you seen Eve?
Good smile.
Eve he's a rapper, too. She went out and she bought the Hollywood teeth.
Yeah, she do have a good smile, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
you forgot
what I nice smile, too.
Thank you.
You was asking me about
I don't know.
Chiefin' before. I'm on point.
Yeah. Okay, you took another pull, and then you just did your freestyle right
there.
And
I was already in the zone I needed to be, Wendy. I ain't had to do no access chiefing. Okay. I was straight.
Oh no, she took another pull.
Who is she? See, I'm watching you.
Loon, what is your real name?
Chauncey.
Oh, Chauncey. It has been so nice talking with you.
Nice talking to you too, Wendy, I must say.
I noticed that you do a lot of traveling now.
Yeah.
Just back to Puff briefly. Do you think he was holding you back from some of that travel?
Well, I can honestly say that, when I got to Europe, I just came from Germany and Holland. I was out there for the past 2 months during the Christmas and New Year holiday. And I can't say that, wasn't none of my records out there like for sale.
Right. Okay.
And all the DJs that I was meeting, they was having white labels that they was paying €50 from American DJs. Like they was buying white labels.
Wow.
And you know, some DJs do that here, but like the prices they was charging the German DJs, and it was like it felt honored. I felt honored that these guys were spending that much.
Right.
And you know, just the whole lack of presence out there. And like when I went out there, I was just received and like just treated with so much love, and it was like it was cool. And I didn't really trip, but you know.
And the girls loved you out there.
Yeah, the girls loved me. Girls,
I bet they did.
Yeah, the German girl. The guys was kind of weird.
Yeah. Everybody's like questionable sexually. A lot of guys.
You know what it is? It's just that, you know how in the clubs sometimes girls be in their little packs, you know, the little cutie and duty. The dudes is doing that. Like it was kind of weird.
How you doing?
Not even like hollering on no fruity stuff. Like it was just like they were just in their little cliques, and it's like a homeboy. Like all these girls were walking around. Like, why y'all over here?
How you doing?
Yeah.
I said.
Well, maybe you might be right.
Chauncey, it's been a pleasure. I love to see my guests and their walk away.
Okay.
Don't forget your secret note.
Oh, no, this was just a nice little shout-out.
Go ahead, Chauncey. Loon.
Is it nice? Is it cool? Check this out, man. I want to send a shout-out to my boy, Hen Rock, my man, Sean Prez, everybody at Lot 29, my man, Herman, the magazine, my DJ Marvelous, my man, Soto. He on the island right now. Soto, if you're listening, hold your head, baby. And definitely I want to say congratulations to Justo again. That's what I really want to.
Justo, the mixtape.
Yeah, 9th annual, baby. That's 9 years strong. You know what I'm saying? The mixtape game is definitely strong. That's another industry within the industry. So I want to say congratulations to Justo for having the 9th annual mixtape award.
I want to say congratulations to you. Just for whatever.
Thank you, Wendy.
And whatever for the future.
Yeah, just be on the lookout, y'all. Boss Up Entertainment.
Let me see your walk away.
And what's my walk away?
Yeah, be on the lookout for Loon and his next project. Look at Loon, everybody. Girls, look at Loon. Don't walk like that, Loon. Silly. There goes Loon. He doesn't even look like a rapper. There goes Sawa. Sawa, don't try to get a number. Although if she did, I wouldn't blame her. Oh, look at Loon looking like Mekhi Phifer. Art, you weren't in here when I made that reference. Didn't he look like Mekhi Phifer?
Just like him.
Just smooth and chocolate, and he was dressed in a beige turtleneck and he just no jewelry.
Model.
Yeah, he looked like a model. Exactly. Unemployment suits you. Or whatever that is that goes on when you're between labels. Whatever it is, it suits you. He seems to be very clear in the head. Shout out to Loon's mom. Bye, Chauncey. Okay, my friend Jason is about to call. And yes, we will be chopping it up with the fabulous Jadakiss. And the gunplay and rap. Keep it here, everybody.
Wendy, man.
Hello?
What's going on, Remy? What happened with you and Gloria Velez?
Talking mad reckless to me. FYI, I never got robbed in my life.
Okay.
You letting Gloria Velez rob me.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Woo! Yeah, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the phone. Hi, Jason.
Hello, Wendy.
How are you today, Jadakiss?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Well, you know, not good. And it's ugly, and I want to hear what you have to say.
No doubt.
So is it true that you have a clip full? And if you're talking about a clip full, are you talking about music or bullets?
No, I'm talking about music.
Okay. Well, you know, Jadakiss, the entire rap world, apparently, except for 50 Cent, understands that you are truly one of the illest MCs.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand what's wrong with that character.
Truly. So, what have you and your camp been saying in terms of contact with other rappers who were mentioned in the interview melee? Have you spoken with Fat Joe, or does that even cross your mind? Have you spoken with Ja Rule?
Nah. I spoke to Joe early on, like before the song I ever came out, when I first heard about it a few months ago. But since then, I haven't spoken to any of them. I'm just doing my own thing.
Now, aside from Piggy Bank and the words that 50 said, you know, pertaining to you, you know, you're his label mate over there at Interscope.
Yeah.
I'm going to be straight up with you. I suspect an inside job. My feeling is that your boss, Jimmy Iovine, is setting up a truly gigantic whodunit in hip-hop, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do, pertaining to 50. I don't think 50 is going to see summer 2005.
A lot of people seem to feel that same way, but, you know.
But I'm not talking about at the hands of a fellow rapper or the streets. I'm talking about Iovine setting it up so that he can have that dope catalog like Suge has on Tupac.
It makes a lot of sense. I don't know, though. You know,
I mean, how much does it cost Iovine to replace a few shot-out windows at Violator? How much money do you think you have to pay a homeboy from the block to take a bullet in the behind just to make it look good? Hey, Jason.
I hear you, Wendy.
Wow.
I mean, he created all of this at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He meaning 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Have you spoken with Game?
Yeah, I spoke to Game early, like about 30 minutes ago.
Is it true what I've been hearing that Game is leaving, that 50 is leaving Dr. Dre?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Has Jimmy Iovine been in contact with you? Because I heard from a deep source that Iovine contacted you to make a rebut to get back at 50. Pertaining to the piggy bank song, sorry.
No, I didn't I haven't spoken to Jimmy personally, but the whole label, the whole machine wants me to get him back, so you know.
Why do they want you to get him back? Why?
I don't know. I mean, maybe a lot of people scared of him. And they think he needs that slap in the face, but I don't know. You know me, I'm good old-fashioned, though. Like, you slap me, I gotta slap you back.
Yeah, we know how you get down. So what does your mom say?
My mom just wanted to stay all on words. I don't really talk to my mom about it because she gets all upset and all that. But it's not really that serious.
How long ago did you hear about the piggy bank record?
I knew about that for quite some months now. I didn't know, I had heard a lot of talk about it. I couldn't get nobody that actually heard it.
How fast is your disc record going to come out? I mean, did you work on it all over the last 2 weeks that the Piggy Bank record's been getting play?
Nah, I whipped up a couple of hors d'oeuvres though. I'm gonna make sure you get it first too.
Yes, please.
Because I know you're gonna hold me down on that half. But the Piggy Bank record is really garbage.
What do you feel about his album?
I feel that's garbage too. And I ain't a hater because his first album's a classic. But he didn't get shot no more. He don't got a story. He's not really lyrical like that, so he needs something always to talk about. See, he had him almost getting killed the first time. That was his whole plot for his first album.
Right.
Now he got nothing to talk about, so, the Ja thing is over. He don't really want no problems with Hov, I assume. So who's the next best thing? Me and Nas, Fat Joe.
Yeah. So New York is a small place. If he's still in New York, say you were to go out tonight, and I mean you were to see him. First of all, would you be going out tonight crew thick?
Me, I'll go out maybe four or five guys deep.
Do you have it in you to walk the other way if you see him in a club, or would it just...
You don't even have to worry about that, Wendy. You're not going to see him in any club. In New York or L.A. You know this. Yeah. All of these boat rides, all of these Don Diva parties you threw. He's not showing up nowhere. I don't even... That's the last thing that crosses my mind is seeing him in the club.
And then not only that, it's real easy to talk tough when you're surrounded by every cop and every fed and every... You know what I mean?
Exactly. This is why I love you, because you recognize me.
Yeah. And did you see on MTV when he said that he lives in the house by himself? I was like, yeah, and how many feds? Yeah. And by the way, and I know that you're a father, did you see the MTV when he talked about his son, how he sends checks, but that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool.
No, not at all. Not at all. Do you think he fell off the mixtape grind and now he's all souped up because he doesn't have to mixtape it up anymore?
He's a hood dude because he came from the hood. I can't take that from him. But when you make a lot of money, sometimes you get out of the. I think like Hova, Jay-Z, and Nas is the best people that got rich or made a lot of money and stayed wealthy, but kept their ear to the street. And Hov don't even get on a lot of mixtapes. It's just that he got it in him. But Nas is around. You know, when you make a lot of money, you tend to be in Hollywood and Cali, and you be in the woods more than you be in the hood, and you lose, you know, the people stray away from you. They don't know about that side of life so much.
How do you feel about all the police that surround him?
Oh, that's self-explanatory for itself. Like, you can't go on the air and talk tough with the precinct downstairs. They don't add up.
Which is another reason why I have the conspiracy theory, because with every cop in New York practically surrounding him when he's here, how'd that go down?
I think that was one of his police security that shot that guy that got shot.
Well, do you know that Chris Lighty's father is an ex-FBI person? And that's how and why he rolls with the cops. Did you know, do you know anything about that?
Nah, but I know, you know, birds of a feather flock together.
And you can take that, we can take that a few different ways.
No doubt.
Well, so what's going on with you in the acting? Anybody call from Hollywood yet for you? Because you need a sitcom.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to work on some things, but I'm just really trying to launch my music career off, you know, because this is really a great thing that happened to me. As long as it don't get violent, you know, I don't know how much they could contain that, but if we could keep it on wax and I could get some good exposure off this, I definitely see me getting a good position off this, you know, this year.
Do you think that Interscope is full of ish because they need to get behind you more than the G Unit? I'm not talking about 50. I'm talking about the rest of G Unit. I mean, you know, your skills are incredible.
I mean, you know, that's like my whole story, Wendy, from being on Bad Boy to Rough Riders to, you know, being a part of the whole Interscope machine. I never really feel that I ever got that push, but I still maintain my street credibility, and the people seem to love me off whatever it is I got. So that keeps me strong, you know, and that's how I'm, you know, I live my day-to-day life off that. I'm for the people. I love the money, but as long as the people recognize my work, I keep doing it forever.
That's how you can tell that you love your work, because lyrically, I personally, you know, feel that you're a better lyricist.
You know I'm going to get in his ass, right?
I know. And let's just keep it on wax, make it greasy, and make sure I get a copy.
No doubt.
All right. Jadakiss, you take care, and you tell your mother that I said hi. And,
all right.
We love you, Jason.
I love you too, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So, I don't know how true this is. Raven, I still have not heard any song with Tweet, but apparently 50 mentioned me in the Tweet song. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't really matter at this particular point. And, you know, and I also heard that 50 really wanted to come to our show today. Yeah, this is my first time telling my crew this, too. So everybody's looking at me like, what? Yeah, 50 really wanted to come to the show today, but guess why he's not here? Chris Lighty, his manager, get every button, and he just hit every damn button. Chris Lighty, his manager, stopped it. How you doing? Might have had something to do with him and his wife and the stories that have been told and the beat down uptown with the girl and the wife throwing down and all like, you know what I'm saying? Chris, you will never change, will you? It's all right. Work it.
I'm gay. I'm a homo.
Now,
I like guys.
50. It's great that you perhaps wanted to come up. It really is not even necessary. I don't need all that kind of heat up here, over here on 3 Park Avenue. We keep it nice and today's R&B and classic soul and only bombs going off up in here, thank God, are regulated between 2 and 7, and that's it. And that you can keep, as your ex-girl said, you can put that where? Back. Thank you for wanting to come. Thank you. And Chris, how you doing? Ooh. All right. Hey, girl. Miss Thang. And that's all I have to say on it. I think that there is a man named Jimmy Iovine who's setting all you little Negroes up. He's setting all you little Negroes up, and he's sitting there, white man in his white office with his white money. And 50, brother, I hope you live to see summer of 2005.
And soldiers all on the ground.
Yeah, and I don't believe it's going to be at the hands of no Jason, no Fat Joe, no homie on the block hugger, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have one of them little, this is just the Wendy theory over here, one of them little federales that 50 feels so comfortable being around. You know what I'm saying? So comfortable. But he's got your black behind in the studio all the time, just putting down all kind of, so his catalog is thick. And he will be paid long after you're done and gone.
That sounds so real, though.
But that's the first thing I thought of. That's the first thing. That is the only thing, because something told me Jason at this particular point is not trying to run up. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got a different vibe from Jadakiss in the recent times that I've seen him than back when he was like LOXing. And I know the Locks is still together. What's up, Styles? What's up, Chic, cutie pie. But he's a man. And Fat Joe, I don't know how Joe's going to maneuver. You know, lyrically speaking, I think the one to take it, Joe, is all of you all. But cooler heads might not be able to prevail. But I'm telling you, before your grimy homies even get to him, you watch. Well, maybe not watch. I'm not trying to predict anything. I'm not trying to put anything out there. I'm just, you all have been asking me to talk all day, and this is all I've had to say. This is one break. That's it. And that's it.
That white man is laying in a cut, starting
Hell
a street
yeah.
war.
He's waiting to cap a nigga.
War.
Okay. And that's 50. You know what I'm saying? Out there dancing and doing the whole, just, man.
Yep.
And game, man, just hip hop, man. Where's Anita Baker?
Oh.
Damn.
Which one? You Bring Me Joy?
Oh, we play them all here on BLS. You bring me joy. It's not necessary. I see you shuffling, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel as though I have the conspiracy theory, and my conspiracy starts at the top, not on the block and not in the rap game. It starts in that white man in his office, watching all you little niggas just, play the happy dance music. You know what I'm saying? Watching you all do yourselves in. Fools. Idiots. And Chris Lighty, how you doing, Miss Honey? Look, we have one more break left in the show. I got to talk about Lisa Ray fighting.
Lisa Ray?
At an Oscar party.
Uh-oh.
I mean, there's so much other stuff going on. Man, listen. There's always tomorrow, God willing. All right, everybody. Thank you for your attention. Keep it here. Thank you, Jason, too, for calling.
It's Wendy, man.
I have a boyfriend, and I've been with him for maybe a little over 3 years, and he's just now telling me that he has a child out there somewhere that may be like 5 or 6 years old.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Wendy Williams.
The way she dresses, she's a businesswoman. She's very intelligent, but, are people going to take her seriously?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Oh, yeah. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Thank you, MVW in the Bronx, for straightening this out. It's Melinda Williams, Crazy Raven, and the rest of you all. But thanks for the heads up, because I wasn't listening to a Tweet song, no how, and so I wouldn't have known. So, thank you. Although we do have Tweet's new CD. Have we played anything off Tweet's CD? No. I wouldn't mind hearing what Tweet has to say.
I love Tweet.
How you doing? Anyway, he says Melinda Williams, but I guess, you couldn't understand because a lot of times the rap delivery is difficult to understand when they're rapping. Hell, the rapper's delivery is even difficult to understand when they're talking. Loon, people love you, but half the people who faxed and called behind the scenes could not understand a word you were saying. Everybody said you sounded sleepy, that you may sound like you come from the same, obviously Harlem World, but, Loon does have this way,
Yeah, Loon. Anyway, I met comedian Kathy Griffin for the first time about maybe 3 or 4 months ago out in Los Angeles. I was doing a red carpet, and she was so nice because I went to her. She was, she's married. I went to her with the microphone, to red carpet running with Kathy for the Wendy Williams on Fire. And she was like, Wendy, she's a fan of the VH1 show. I don't think she knows anything much about our little radio show, except she's coming to New York to tell jokes at my house, the Laugh Factory in Times Square, this coming weekend. And so Kathy's on the phone. Hey, Kathy.
Wendy, how are you?
Oh, my gosh, it's so nice to talk with you.
Wonderful to talk with you. I love your show on VH1.
Thank you, and I love you on the red carpet, even though you're not exactly doing the critical stuff, but your butt-up-bumps, your one-liners are fabulous.
I'm just trying. I'm barely even allowed on the red carpet anymore. Next time, I'm just going to do it from my living room.
Can we talk real about this? Because the first one that you did with Star, I noticed that she was the straightforward Hollywood person, and then you would talk to the stars and then ask them stuff like, you got any weed, which I loved.
Which I love, because I feel like, by the way, please come see me at the Laugh Factory this weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I love is, what I thought was fun is, everybody asks the same questions. Whose dress are you wearing? What's your next project? And that stuff is fun, but I just don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be more fun, and because you do this.
Yes.
More fun to see people, let their guard down a little bit and try to make them laugh.
Yes. And so after that particular stint on the red carpet, did they pull you into the office and say, look, the stars are offended?
Yes. And I don't care, Wendy, because here's the thing. I wasn't saying, I hear you're a drug addict. I was saying, do you have any weed?
Right.
There's a big difference. And so I was just asking silly questions, who do you think is going to win the Amazing Race? And who did your elbows? They're really beautiful.
Yes.
Just silly, dumb questions that I thought, let's try to ask something that you just don't normally hear. And I got to tell you, the celebrities, I would say 90% of them thought it was really fun.
And I love your banter with Robert Verdi, though, off the red carpet and in the studio.
Yeah, I get along really great with him because, me and the gays, we get along very, very well.
Yeah, you're the original fag hag. So now listen, you and Star Jones, how do you guys get along?
We get along fine. She doesn't like my jokes and all that stuff. She's like way more politically correct than I am.
Yeah.
I just don't care about. Not that I want to offend people, but I just think if you're going to try to have a little fun, then you got to be a little outrageous.
Yeah. So now, will you continue to do red carpet banter for E?
Yes, I will. I'm going to, first of all, you really should come see me at the Laugh Factory this weekend because I'm going to give all, the behind-the-scenes dish and dirt.
Okay, good.
And that's all the good stuff. So there's 2 shows Friday night, 2 shows Saturday night. Go on laughfactory.com or kathygriffin.net. Get tickets.
And that's,
all right.
That's the Laugh Factory in New York, everybody. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, the Laugh Factory in Manhattan. Okay, so, they are going to have me back, but I will say that I didn't like being in my cage for the Oscars.
Yeah.
Also, they do only have one actual spot on the red carpet for the Oscars, and Star gets it. But for the other ones, like for the Golden Globes and Grammys and stuff, I actually got to at least be on the red carpet. So I was far down the red carpet.
Well, you know what? Wherever you are, you're always funny. I wish they would give you room to breathe and really joke it up. You're a very funny woman. Kathy, thank you so much for calling. She's going to be at the Laugh Factory, Times Square, New York City, Friday and Saturday. Go to laughfactory.com. It's the fabulous Kathy Griffin, everybody.
Thanks, Wendy.
I like her a lot. She started to say a few things about Star, but she wants to save him for a stand-up act. I hear what you're saying, Kathy. You guys, all right, let me just get to Shar Jackson and her plastic surgeon boyfriend, because remember, I was telling you last week that Shar now has a new boyfriend. He's this plastic surgeon. I didn't know that much about it. I didn't know whether he's black, white, older, younger, or what. It turns out his name is Dr. Frank Ryan. He's an LA plastic surgeon. He's 44, and apparently they met where I met Kathy Griffin for the first time on the red carpet at Big in 04 for VH1. They met there, and so they supposedly they go out for dinner a lot, and they've been known to go to Clippers games together. Shar Jackson, Kevin Federline's baby's mother. But people are saying that they're just getting to know each other.
He's been linked in the past to Marsha Cross from Desperate Housewives, as well as perpetually sourpuss Renee Zellweger. Doesn't her face always look like she smells a fart? I never got it, her looks and junk. I just, ew. Nobody wants that. But I guess Dr. Frank did. And they say he's slowly getting to know Shar and her family, including her 7-month-old son, Khalib. It sounds terribly ghetto. Oh, boy. He just wants to hit the black skins. That's it. There's no commitment there. She got all them kids. Yeah. He's 44. You know who he looks like? He's actually cute. He looks like Peter from Melrose Place. You know who I'm talking about? He's cute. But, Shar, I wish you luck. One thing is clear is that whoever she hooks up with doesn't have to worry about paying her bills. You know what I mean? And they can definitely get, between a surgeon's money and Brittany's money, they can get a house big enough where the kids can have their area over there. Kind of like how Ashton is with, I guess, Demi and their kids. Daughters really don't get in the way because they got their own separate wing and a bunch of nannies to take. You know what I'm saying? You all, today turned out well. It didn't exactly turn out like I thought. I thought we'd have more time to banter and gossip. But God willing, there's always tomorrow, okay? I love you for listening today. Jadakiss, thank you so much for calling in. Loon, thank you so much for stopping by. And everybody, we'll talk again tomorrow. Oh, Kathy Griffin, thank you too, Honey Bunch. Don't forget she's at Caroline's this week, and go to not Caroline's, the Laugh Factory,
Yes.
my house, the Laugh Factory over the weekend. It's Kathy Griffin.
And you'll be there tonight.
And I'll be there tonight, as usual. It's the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. But Kathy's there this coming weekend. Go to the website at laughfactory.com for tickets and information. And I will talk to you people tomorrow. I love you. Bye.
Peace party people. See you later.
Cause I'm saying bye-bye. Good night.
Program complete.
Enough of that sticky mess. Now that the company's gone, we can get real greasy. Styles P's gonna call in from the Locks. Gotta talk about Lisa Ray and the fight at the Oscar party. Yeah. I do want to address the fabulous Kamora Lee Simmons' greasy words in today's newspaper. And the phone lines are open. I mean, there's gossip. We got to talk about Toni Braxton. We got to talk about Chris Tucker. We got to talk about Shaka Khan. And all this crap I didn't get a chance to talk to nationally. So then I got to repeat it tomorrow because otherwise they'll feel left out. I don't want any bad feelings. The phone lines are open for the bonus hour at 866-GET-WENDY. We'll play a few spots and be back and set it off next on 107.5 WBLS.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5
WBLS. New York. Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome, one and all, to the bonus hour. Doesn't it seem like there was no snow at all today? Doesn't it seem like, what was all that about? Why did we miss a day? Why does this seem like a Monday? I'm so glad it's Wednesday. The weekend's almost here. So, shout out to Kamora Lee Simmons.
Yeah, baby.
And, Kamora, you have a very greasy quote going on in the newspaper. I copied it. I can't remember whether it was from yesterday or today. I got so much crap going on my desk. I came in here about 3 Saturdays ago to clean off my desk. I figured I could do it silently. I grabbed my son. It was early in the morning. We have a Starbucks that's brand new downstairs in the lobby. So we drive to the radio. We got here at the radio station. Must have been about 10 o'clock in the morning. We got here nice and early. You know, New York on a Saturday is just so absolutely beautiful and peaceful. If you get to H&M before noon, it's a pleasure. If you get to Park Avenue before 4 o'clock, it's a pleasure. Times Square, it's just all so beautiful.
So here I go saying, all right, come to the office with me. We had some Dora Explorer tapes so he can look at those while I'm, in the office cleaning up and everything. I got my coffee downstairs at Starbucks and turned right back around, got in the car and went home. I just got late. Is that crazy?
Long wait for a coffee.
Exactly. Exactly.
Good coffee.
Same old mud, overpriced. Mm-hmm. So Kamora's in the page 6. Did you guys see this? It says, this was from yesterday. What's today's date? The 3rd?
2nd.
This today's the 2nd? Mm-hmm. So it says in today's paper, the page 6, only a very brave woman would flirt with, or should flirt with Russell Simmons. The hip-hop mogul's wife, 6-foot former model Kimora Lee Simmons, repeats over and over again in a profile in next month's Vanity Fair. Damn. I will beat a bitch's ass. Kimora adds, I don't play that disrespectful hoe bleep. I have very little respect for those kind of women. And if I catch you with my man disrespecting, I will beat your ass. Something sounds just straight up wrong about a grown mogul woman who's a mother. You know what I'm saying? You need to beat his ass first. Beat her. I mean, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got daughters, you're a woman of a certain age. Let's not play. You're not 22 anymore. You're a mogul. You got... Are we supposed to be hearing her talk like this? I mean, I like it because it's saucy and sassy. She said in Vanity Fair, she's giving it's not like she's talking to the hood fellow press. She's talking to Vanity Fair next time. I will beat a bitch's ass.
Us. Love it.
I don't play that disrespectful whole bleep. I have very little respect for those kinds of women. And if I catch you with my man disrespecting, I will beat your ass.
She fights men too.
Well, she says, does that go for men too?
Probably.
Just asking. Russell loves the children. Hey, Russell. Kimora goes on to explain the marketing philosophy behind her baby fat line, and she says, it's aspirational. In other words, something to aspire to. Art. They like my house. They like my cars. They buy my clothes. Get it? Something smells stink, Kimora. I think it's your attitude, girl. I'm not sure. I'm saying. So, do you smell it too? It is aspirational, though. But I don't think you're supposed to say it. You're like the 50 Cent of clothing. You'll just say any damn thing. Ooh. Hey, Kimora. I got to get over to that baby fat warehouse and see what's it doing. They got the baby fat diamonds and whatnot, and the clothing. I'm going to J-Lo tomorrow. I can't wait to see what's going on. You know what? And shout out to Adriana Joseph. She does PR for Joe Jeans, the best jeans for black girls, because they curve in at the hips and then they flare out at the booty. Adriana, thanks for putting me on to your Joe Jeans. Look, I've been teasing this fight with Art. Please don't get off the machine for just a moment. Go ahead. Dave, I feel like you've fallen off. Just leave the machine alone. Just Josh.
No, it's not that. It's just that it's nice when he's here.
I know, because he presses the machine. He gives me all my sound effects that zhuzh up a story. But look, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. Damn it. Where is my story about? Because you know what? Because you can picture Lisa Ray, friend to the show. But Lisa Ray, I can picture you still fighting.
Oh, yeah.
At, what are you, 37 to 40 now? I can still picture you fighting.
I can see her popping the earrings off.
Which I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to be able to picture that. Girl, you got a full-time TV position and the whole bit.
Does Gary Payton's wife fight? Just asking.
He's all fallen out. He didn't trade him somewhere else.
This is what I got. A listener who listens to the experience. All the affiliate people are gone. I'll have to repeat this tomorrow for them. I'm sorry, New York. This is a person who listens to the show on KKBT, the Beat 103 in LA. Says, Wendy, what's up with your girl Lisa Ray being a ghetto superstar and earning her hood rat points by starting a fight at Jamie Foxx's Oscar party? I can see it going down now. Evidently, Ms. Lisa Ray McCoy had a problem with that's her last name, had a problem with a young lady by the name of Stacy and went up to her and pushed the child in the forehead. Over here on the East Coast, we call that a mush. That's when your neck snaps back and it's the highest of distivity. It's worse than a punch in the face because a mush just catch you off guard. Ow, damn. A mush is just like some disrespectful mess. All right, let me see. Pushed her in the forehead. Stacy and her friend, who I recognize from the old UPN 9 show, Rock Me Baby, I think her name is Tammy, went to another part of the club because the girl didn't want to start a scene at Jamie's party with Lisa Ray after the push in the head. Honey, that wasn't enough for that Chitlin Circuit diva. She followed the girl and then punched her in the face. I had no idea what the altercation was over. But the next time you talk to Lisa Ray, ask her if she got served with a restraining order yet. Success on a C-rated UPN show, and the B word, still don't know how to act like she has some class. Well, that's nothing. A sitcom star, a platinum rapper, don't nobody know how to act no more. What is wrong with people? You finally get what you attain. Lisa Ray, we've interviewed before. You know you wanted that 5-day strip. You know you wanted it. Girl, you got it, and you're sweating some girl on a canceled Rock Me Baby show. How you going to be going and mushing some girl in the face when Mrs. Payton is still sitting at home with a broken heart, her and her kids, looking for Gary? While you're luxuriating.
I'm sorry, Wendy. Wendy. I'm sorry to interrupt your talk, but...
We're talking about anything but...
Okay. Listen, but I'm sorry. I was in the bag. Get your car out. Hold on. Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay. I was in the back. I was asked to go in the back. I heard the first single from the Wendy Williams compilation. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it is crazy.
Oh, they decided on
it's sick. I just heard the first single. It's crazy. I ain't even going to tell it who it is, but it's sick.
Hit that bomb again, my man.
Yes, I will.
I'm looking forward to it coming out. It comes out in May.
Yes.
And while
you will not be disappointed.
Well, I have spent some lengthy hours visiting artists in the studio, putting it down and stuff. I have to say that I haven't been there the majority of the time. Actually, the executive producer, I'm co-executive producing, and my partner, my jump off my lover, has been doing most of the studio work because I got a whole nother situation at home that I got to deal with. Oh,
that first single was sick.
I can't wait to hear it.
Oh my gosh.
On the ride from the radio station to the Laugh Factory tonight, I'm going to listen.
Crazy thing about David, it wasn't even mixed yet.
It wasn't even mixed?
It was that
new. It was raw.
It was raw, but it was sick.
Did you see my album cover?
Nervous.
People
nervous.
at Virgin say that it looks good even without being touched, but I said, no, you touch me up. Oh. You know what I'm saying? You don't just put me out there raw. You touch me up like Smooth Magazine touched up Kenya Moore's behind.
Oh. Ooh. Going down, New York.
And everywhere else.
Going down.
America's Next Top Model tonight.
Oh, yes.
Derek Jeter's ex-girlfriend, Vanessa Minola, is going to be featured on The Road to Stardom with Missy Elliott. That comes on tonight, too. There's a lot going on tonight. If Kamora Simmons and Lisa Ray had a fight, who would win?
Lisa Ray?
Lisa Ray having a headlock and beat her down.
Excuse me? Kimora said, I will beat a bitch's ass. Ooh. Exactly. See, you weren't in the room. Kimora delivered some nasty speed knots. I can't believe I'm a woman of a certain age even talking about it. What is going on with mothers today?
They're younger.
And you know what? To the detriment of society. I mean, I'm not supposed to be talking about speed knots. I'm not supposed to be following some dirty rap feud war. I'm supposed to be drinking Pinot Grigio.
Ew.
And playing jazz. It's like this. Shout out to the lovely Vivian Green. Vivian's going to be at the Laugh Factory tonight. Even she dropped the dirty backpack look, though, for the Drop It Like It's Hot look. I saw Vivian perform last week. I was like, look at Miss Hot in the pants. Look, there was something I was going to tell you all. Oh, about the 23-year-old grandmother? Okay. If you just turned on this show, oh, well, you missed it. I give it to you in a nutshell because I got another one.
Uh-oh. Oh, that first single was hot.
That single was hot?
Damn.
Oh, gosh. Oh, the studio is hot.
It is.
It is burning up in here.
Not hot in that first single, though. That first single was hot.
Listen to me. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where the experience is, yes, you can take that all the way down. There you go. We're on the radio in Milwaukee. Well, not right now because the affiliates are off, but we're on in Milwaukee. And so I like to read the different newspapers with the affiliates, markets and stuff and see what all is going on here. And guess what's going on in Milwaukee? A 23-year-old grandmother. A young woman, her name is Jalitha Watson, and she was in shock over learning that her 12-year-old daughter had given birth. The little girl is in her second year of junior high, and she had the baby in the bathroom on Monday of their apartment. Now, who all lives in the apartment? Okay, hold on. It's a subsidized housing. She lives there with her daughter, 2 younger sons, a cousin, and her husband. That's a lot of people. Yeah. And nobody noticed that the young girl was pregnant. The young girl even had a doctor's appointment last week, and nobody had any idea that she was pregnant. The mother, Jalitha, who's 23, says, I couldn't believe it when her water broke, and I even threatened to slap the ambulance man when he said that she was giving birth. And so then she goes on to say, I'm obviously upset, but our main concern is my daughter and my baby grandson. They have no clue as to who the identity of the father is. The 12-year-old isn't talking. Nobody's mentioned anything about rape. And I don't know why the mother's surprised. You know, she was about 12 when she gave birth to her daughter, who's giving, the cycle repeats.
Mommy did it.
Mm-hmm. So it must be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless the mother spoke otherwise, that cycle has to get broken some way. Well, over in England, there's a 26-year-old grandmother. Now, this story was sent to me after or during Advice Hour. I read about the 23-year-old grandmother. Britain's youngest grandmother has spoken of her shock over learning that her 12-year-old daughter had given birth. The 26-year-old woman said she had been devastated by the news, but intended to support her daughter and her baby grandson. The youngster, who is still in her second year of comprehensive school, now what is that? Had the baby in the bathroom at home in Rotherham, South Yorkshire, on Thursday. She had not known that her daughter was pregnant. What do people have locks on there? People actually allow their kids to use doors and stuff. We couldn't do that in my house. I mean, my parents would have known something was up.
Yeah. We couldn't touch a door, even though it was on the door.
I mean, I don't understand. Maybe these aren't folk.
No, they ain't folk.
Because folk don't use doors.
No, they don't. That's what I'm talking about.
The baby's grandmother, who gave birth herself at 14, says she had no idea that the daughter was pregnant. Nobody in the family did. She had put on a little bit of weight, but nothing. Yada, 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 so on and so forth. The child's grandfather added, it would have been better
if this had happened in a few years' time, but we won't turn her away. We obviously are all upset, but our main concern is the child. Yada, yada, yada. We're treating this as a 12-year-old girl who's a victim of a crime. The sexual offense unit is investigating, but we need to start kicking in the door on these kids. Chances are she conceived right there in the house. Trying to hide it under big sweatshirts from the Gap. No, you won't. You almost rather for your daughter to wear drop it like it's hot clothes just so you can see her figure.
Yeah.
To tell whether she's pregnant or not.
I'm wondering who did it, though. That's what's bugging
The mother's
me.
boyfriend, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You know how society is. Did we go to the telephone? Hello?
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi, this is Mauricia. I just called to tell you I love your show.
Thank you.
Look forward to getting in the car every day, but I only get like the bonus hour.
Oh, that's
But
okay.
I want to say, I heard everything that's coming up. Please don't get sidetracked and give us all the gossip.
I know. I'm just hoping that everybody's not going to be calling about the dirty rappers and what they're up to, because then that's going to pull us off topic.
No, don't talk about it. I just want to hear all the other gossip that's coming up, because it sounds like you got a lot of juice today.
I mean, other than getting a call from Styles P, who's supposed to call this hour, I'm going to try not to address it. All right, Maurizia, let me just get some other phone calls.
Okay, thanks, Wendy.
All right, bye, Maurizia. Oh, boy, here we go. Hello?
Wendy?
Yes?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Nice to have you here.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi. I text you all the time, and you always read my texts, and I just want to say I love you.
Well, thank you. Who are you?
Shamika from UMD&J.
Hi, Shamika. Well, thank you for calling.
Okay, and be blessed.
Thank you, Shamika. You too. Bye-bye. Hello?
Hi, is this Wendy Williams?
Yes, hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm calling in to ask you a question on advice hours.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question. I and a couple of people were arrested, and there were some guns that were found in the car. And now the district attorney is saying that they will give time served, and I won't have to do no jail time or anything. But there's two other co-defendants that refuses to take the plea. Now, I didn't have no acknowledgement of anything, of no guns being nowhere or being found nowhere.
Yeah.
But I've already put up $100,000 for bail. I already got an attorney from Brooklyn. And mind you, we're in Rockland County, so, you know, the situation is different. If it was done in New York City, it would have already been thrown out.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that it's in Rockland County, you can get football numbers.
Right.
So how is it that I could get the other co-defendants to try and plead guilty to a charge?
Have some sort of attorney explain to them that they get a better deal if they plead guilty, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
They need to hear that legally broken down to them by their attorney. Attorneys have a way of breaking things down real quick and simple. Plead guilty, and you'll have a lesser thing. If you don't plead guilty, well, you know, you're about to do some time. I got to tell you something.
Well, one of them has just come home on parole. He haven't even been out
Okay. But the thing is that you are asking a person who is not familiar with any of the above. My advice would be that you all get yourself individual lawyers and
everybody has individual lawyers.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You're asking me a very big legal question for which I don't have the answer.
Okay.
I wish you well, though.
All right, and also, am I on air?
Yes.
Okay, so is there any way that you could tell and repeat this to them, because they're in the Rockland County jail? Could you tell them to plead guilty to whatever the district attorney wants them to plead guilty to, so that they can eventually come home and not see the inside of a prison wall for a long time?
Yeah, you just did that on the radio, so hopefully they heard.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Stop looking at me like that.
Hello?
What was I supposed to do? Hang up? I mean, apparently she's crying out, but I just didn't have the answer.
Damn. Hello?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. I love the interview with Jada.
Thank you.
He is the best.
He is.
I'm glad Styles P is getting ready to call because I think people really sleep on Styles. He's really very, very good lyrically.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, can you start, like, you know, being a ghetto Oprah?
What does that mean?
You know how Oprah has, like, the accountant specialist and all those people on her show giving you great advice? And in your book, you gave, like, a list of things that you need to do in your first book. And I would love to hear it on the radio. If you can have a guest and, you know.
You're talking about an accounting guest.
Yeah, but, you know, talking about, you know, how to save in your IRAs and paying off credit card bills and
during advice hour.
Yeah.
Well, we have people who come in during advice hour. Generally, for whatever reason, we just can't get past women with stink coochies and women with too many kids and women who can't get their. I mean, we can't even get past that kind of drama to even get to the good stuff, like how the hell to save and how to pay off credit cards. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, numbers crunchers are very boring to me. As a matter of fact, shout out to my accountant. I just ran some stuff up there today. But privately, I'm thinking on the Grown and Sexy show. That we're all grown and sexy enough that we are all doing our own individual thing, with the exception of a few chickens who, you know, and their mans.
Well, I hope so, but I mean, I think it would still be nice to hear. Because, I mean, you thought it important enough to list these essential things that a woman should do in her life in your book. So you know that there's a need that some people aren't getting the information.
I know.
So, well, if you think about it.
Yeah, well, we've had people like that on the show before. And
yeah, I remember hearing an accountant up there one time.
Yeah, on occasion. I mean, you know, we don't have house specialists that come up here like that, but, you know, sometime between now and the time of filing taxes, we'll probably get somebody in here from Jackson Hewitt.
Yeah, because they're a sponsor.
They're
now.
Huge sponsors of the show. And, and they're like 600, there's like 190 locations here in the New York metro area. So,
good.
Probably get somebody up here like that.
All right, good then.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll be looking out then.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Raven says a comprehensive school in the UK is like a private school here in America. So the 12-year-old girl was a student at a comprehensive school. Well, so much for the sedittiness that many of you all think about a private school. And Adrian says Gary Payton is being looked at hard by the Phoenix Suns. And if he signed to the Suns, then I'm sure there will be many Lisa Ray spottings up there. And this person writes in and says Gary Payton's wife is not home with no broken heart. She's at home with her girlfriend. Ooh. Everybody's got to have somebody.
Ow.
How you doing?
Damn. Gary?
That was more like a bomb. What the hell? Did you hear about... Oh, hell, I don't even want to talk about it. Did you hear anything about Peppa's baby's father and being caught up in a little something? I don't want to talk about it. I just saw Peppa on the red carpet of the VH1 Big in 04, and I mean, she looked good. I suspect, she's gotten some liposuction and whatnot, only because she got the boobs. And you know how I say, once you get one thing, in my book, that's it. You don't do anything on your own. Everything is, you're going back and visiting your plastic surgeon and getting stuff done. Hey, Pat. Ashton and Demi had a big battle, and apparently it happened over Valentine's weekend in the worst kind of way, okay? Because, see, who was that out there with the Bob Marley bag? Is that Vaughn Harper?
No.
Let me find out Vaughn is chiefing.
It's GB.
Oh, Gary Bird. Okay, the GB experience. Hey, Vaughn. Sorry. Apparently, Ashton and Demi. Now, keep in mind their age. Demi is now 42 and Ashton is 27. And by the way, she looks closer to 42 now that she's cut her hair off. I don't know whether you've seen her new hair cut or not, but all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't think these two will get married. But anyway, they went to Cabo San Lucas for Valentine's weekend. And this has got to be a pain in the ass, you know, when you date a young guy like this and he wants to bring his friends and his friends aren't mature. His friends are, and I don't care by the size of a bank account, make a mature person. Danny Masterson is a silly 27-year-old the way Ashton Kutcher is. And whoever Danny Masterson is dating, unless it's an older woman like Demi Moore, where Demi can talk to, Demi is on a double date where she has nothing in common with the other girl, right? Bijou Phillips, Danny Masterson is dating. And you tell me what the hell Demi has in common with this wild child. She's 24. Oh. Picture them all sitting there for a lover's holiday on Valentine's Day. Demi, I'm just saying you're old for the purpose of this. Old ass Demi. Demi, you and I are age appropriate. You're a bit older than me, but I couldn't imagine myself double dating with a 24-year-old wild child being being my female counterpart that I got to sit at the table. I got to talk to you. You know, give me, waiter, more Hennessy. Then maybe, I can get it on. You know what I'm saying? I guess Demi is so mature, she can't even loosen up a bit to relate to a 24-year-old girl. I mean, I would know what I had to do. A few drinks, and then you're just as silly as she is, and then everybody's silly, and the night goes by fast. The guys are blowing farts with their underarms. You know how 27-year-old boys are. You know what they
measure areolas.
You know what they do, though. So, in the meantime, the fight, apparently, that Ashton and Demi had was triggered because, and the people who were looking are saying that Demi's age clearly got the best of her. Ashton was laughing, and Danny is laughing. Enjoy watching Bijou make a spectacle of herself. Now, she's having her good time jumping up on the table, going up to strange men, zhuzhing their hair with her fingers, and kissing them. It's money, it's Hollywood, you're 24, you're being all silly. Demi's been there, done that, written the book. She's 42 now. Do you know what I mean? The intimacy turned just disgusting because, first of all, I know Demi was like, why do we have to even be double dating, with these people? So they were enjoying their dinner. Bijou was raising hell. She was dancing wildly. Demi remained as low-key as possible. That's how she wanted to remain. But Bijou she had the whole spotlight on her in the restaurant. The patrons were looking, and Demi was appalled, visibly, they say, by Bijou's rowdy display. Demi was staring daggers at Bijou. And, I guess that's the difference between... This is Fantasia's baby's father? Mm-hmm. Why did you blow it up? Like I'm supposed to say something negative?
No, I just printed it out regularly so you can see what he looks like. That's all.
Why don't you print out the new picture of Jasmine Guy? This boy is cute.
Yeah, I'm just so you can see him.
All right, but you need to print out a picture of Jasmine Guy.
I'm having that sent now, too.
Jasmine's got more lines in her face than the Jersey Turnpike. Can we talk? They say good black don't crack, but the white part of her has just taken over. If she knew a plastic surgeon and she believed in it, I would say she really. But it's very refreshing to see that she chooses to grow old gracefully and apparently with no parts to speak of. But you know what? Who cares? There's some people that are happy executing their craft, be damned the amount of money. Then other people, you know what I mean, in Hollywood who... Well, like Demi Moore, who wanted to be in Charlie's Angels. You know what I'm saying? Every single, And then like Vivica, friend in my head to the show. Vivica makes it no secret that, she goes and she's not going to discuss what she gets done. But, she's gotten her nose done. That's obvious. She's gotten her boobs done. I'm sure she knows Botox. I'm sure she knows a chemical peel. I'm sure, in years to come, she'll know a face pull. But Vivica is in today's TV. She's got a new show starting this weekend called The Starlet. She's got that hit on Lifetime. She's still got a young spirit to mess around with rappers. I'm not saying that in a laugh way. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Vivica has a younger spirit. Jasmine Guy, okay, and slightly cuckoo spirit. Jasmine Guy is settled in her life. She's had her daughter, who's 5 now. She's married to her businessman husband. She lives in Atlanta. She's very happy. She's not going to tweak. She's not going to pull or whatever, unfortunately. Because, baby. Oh, her crow's feet have crow's feet. Just a damn mess. Oh, please. Whatever you say about me, you can put that where back there. I know. Shout out to my friend A. Marie. A. Marie, I was shopping at Target in Clifton the other day, and I was going through the tank tops, and guess who they said is always there, zhuzhing through the clothes too? You, my sweetie peach. A. Marie shops at Target, and she buys clothes there too. A. Marie, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you hold on to your money. I'm hosting a party with A. Marie performing at Brokers in New Jersey on March 12th. The theme of the party is a mean shoe game. A. Marie, hold off on Target just for that night, and I will too. Okay? We turn the mother out. Just, some nice sexy jeans and a nice tank top. And the mean shoe game is the theme. So you know what to do. That's going to be fun too. That's a Saturday, March 12th at Brokers. Did I tell you guys that Vivian Green is going to be coming to... She's my special guest tonight at the Laugh Factory.
She looks good, too.
She does. Real cute girl. Singlehood befits her. Shout out to friend of the show, Omarion. His debut solo CD, O, is number 1 on the charts this week. He sold a little more than 180,000 copies of O. That's a rough sale, too, because he got a dual disc purchase. Hey, Deneen, does it cost more money to get a dual disc? Like Omarion put out and like J-Lo has out and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I know. How long has it been since you bought a CD?
I can't remember.
I haven't bought anything since Foxy Get Off. That was my first album, and the only one I ever bought in my entire life. I was like 12. I thought it was so cool. Yeah.
I would imagine it's going to cost more money, though.
Yeah. Well, he's number 1, the OCD. I got a Gerald Levert update. Who wants to hear? In the meantime, Puffy had a party on February 19th. No, we have to go into a break. Why are you just letting me talk to Vaughn?
It's so wonderful to hear you speak like this, wide open. It's like back to old times, right, Arthur?
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Look, you all, we have to take a break. I am going to give you that Gerald Levert update. I'm waiting for my call from Styles, who, by the way, has called a couple of times behind the scenes, but I've been blowing off the call, and then he hangs up. I guess we put him on hold. He's listening to the conversation, and he's going to call back. So, but shout out to the LOX, and shout out to thank you everybody for falling back on the rap war foolishness today. Like, I got to tell you something. I've censored little to nothing on the telephones. As a matter of fact, I've censored nothing. This really is the grown and sexy. Like people. It seems like collectively as a show, we're like they can put that where back there.
Can we go commercial free?
No. Oh. The commercials pay the bills.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. All right, it's today's R&B and classic soul. The Vaughn Harper radio program is coming up at 7:00. But this is the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS.
Wake up with the BLS Morning Show. Well, Central Park's a great place when you want to get a divorce or get rid of your girl.
Send her in there on a jog.
I brought my girlfriend there late night. I took her there late last night, and she said, "Oh my God, this is scary." She said, "It's scary." I said, "This is scary. I'm scared. I've got to walk back alone."
That's the WBLS Morning Show with Paul Mooney, Ann Tripp, Ellen Claycorn, and yours truly, Mark Jordan, from 107.5 WBLS.
I was on the telephone behind the scenes with A. Marie. She's in her car right now, and she's on her way to the studio. And she wants the record to... 107.5 WBLS. All right. And she wants the record to show that she doesn't buy clothes at Target, but she does like to get her Hanes wife beaters there and a smattering of other things. And she will be in the building at Brokers on March 12th in her Target Hanes wife beater and some mean jeans and a mean shoe game. That's not what she said, but I can picture her in that. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it. I like A. Marie. If Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray had a fight, who would win? See, that's a tough one right there, right?
Right. Vivica. Did you see Kill Bill?
I think Vivica might beat her down, too.
Do you hear Lisa Ray's mouth? What?
That's all it is.
Yeah, but I think she'd put it into that mouth.
Yeah?
Yeah. Vivica, very Negro.
Kill Bill?
No, I don't go to the movies. But Lisa Ray, all right, who wins the stare down contest? See?
I think Vivica wins it too.
No, I think Lisa Ray does because Vivica has had work done on her eyes so they don't get that greasy.
I think y'all ain't getting
Lisa Ray
Vivica
hasn't
a
gotten
chance.
anything done. I watched the show last night, and all her expressions are right there. She can still raise an eyebrow and all that stuff. She didn't get no Botox, nothing like that. She's a pretty girl. They're both pretty girls. Oh, gosh. And shout out to Chi-Chi, who's 6 months pregnant and doesn't want anybody touching her belly, but doesn't mind her friends, but it's other people. Well, that's what your backhand is all about. And that's the great thing about being pregnant. You can be any way you want. You just need to give it a quick boom. You know, stop people before they do it. How do people feel as though they have the right to touch your belly when you're pregnant? It's like, how do people feel as though they have the right to grab your kid's hands? You know, people do that. You know, you can be standing in line at the bank and you have your baby with you, and the baby's up here, and the little old lady in front of you turns around, what a cute baby, and reaches her arm out for the baby to grab her nasty, stinking, rancid Bengay finger. All I'm saying is, I don't know where that finger's been. My baby puts their fingers in their mouth. You understand what I'm saying? I'm so glad those years are over. You know, having people say, oh, what a cute baby, you know, billing and cooing and breathing over the baby and whatnot, spreading hepatitis B. You know, you're in the grocery line. You know who I am. Everything is germy. I used to hate that, going to the grocery store and people looking over the baby and, oh, what a cute baby. You know. Ugh. Now my kid will just say, back up! We doesn't exactly say that, but certainly, you know, it's a whole different thing. Shout out to all the mothers with the bellies poked out. You just need to really just get your mother on and tell people to back up, though. That's wrong. What?
Yeah, you're right. It's wrong.
Styles on the phone? Hi, Styles.
What up, Wendy? What's good?
How you feeling?
I'm all right, chilling.
Good. So what are your thoughts? Hey, turn your radio down, though, okay?
Yeah, I just turned it down.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? You heard Jadakiss on. What are your thoughts?
I ain't get to hear Kiss because I'm all the way in Cali right now.
Oh, damn. You can listen to the show later on 103.
Yeah. I'm going to listen as soon as I touch down.
Well, anyways, so what's the vibe there in California? Is 50 over there? Is Game back in town?
I don't know if nobody's in town. I think they was still over there.
Yeah. So what are people saying? What are people saying in your camp pertaining to the events dealing with 50 and G Unit and all like that?
I mean, I think personally, me, I don't know. I'm over here, so I didn't know what the camp is really saying. I'm pretty sure they think he's dumb.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's a man who just sold 10 million records. You know, people tip their hat to the fact he sold 10 million records.
Yeah.
And he's still not happy.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a really frustrated man. Do you think that the Game's career is now over?
Nah, I don't think Game's career is over. I think part of him being mad at Game is because probably Game is the only one out of their group that kind of stepped out on his own.
Would the LOX do a song with Game?
Huh?
Would the LOX do a song with Game?
Yeah, I would do a song with me. Cool with me.
It seems like Game is still getting embraced from the East Coast rappers.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get love for not associating himself with somebody who makes a coward move.
Yeah. Did you hear anything about 50 making statements that he's leaving Dr. Dre Aftermath?
I heard all them statements. That's why I started saying I think he's getting a little dumb.
Do you think that this is some propaganda to sell CDs for 50?
It might be, because for a guy to talk so tough, who's he gonna harm? I mean, nobody in New York sees him. Who's he gonna touch? He's always with police. So I mean, I think it's just a bunch of talk.
You think you're going to be joining Jadakiss on the rebuttal?
Oh hell yeah, that's my partner. They got a bunch of dudes over there, so it'll be nice and even.
Good.
I think that's what part of makes 50 mad. That he sold a lot of records. He's a big dude in the industry, but far like lyrical wise, he's like an average Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you sold a lot, so be happy with that.
So what was the concept, by the way, for I'm Black?
Me, I'm black, Wendy. I've been in a lot of trouble, a lot of difficulties, and it's a funny industry. They want you to do a lot of songs about singing and dancing and, smoking and gangster.
Right.
And now and then you need a song about being black, and you need to let the people know it's all right to be black. You should be happy to be black, and you should be proud to be black.
Has the conspiracy theory regarding this 50 and game thing crossed your mind that this could be Jimmy Iovine planning 50's death?
No, I don't think he would do that because, I mean, that's a lot of money getting made from that dude.
And more money with the catalog once he's gone.
I mean, well, that is the business.
Yeah, it sure is.
That happened. We've seen it happen before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well,
We've seen it happen before.
Have you ever run into 50 before this?
I seen him once in Atlanta, like before he was really on. And that's it.
And what precautions are you going to take to make sure the Jadakiss is protected? And for that matter, it seems like all you all rappers here in New York. I mean, seems like he has something in for everybody.
I mean, not really, because I think most rappers in New York is walking around cool and chilling. And I don't think Jadakiss is threatening because, I mean, who's going to do something to him? 50 security? The police with 50? I mean, let's be serious.
True.
You know he's with police. We know he's with security. So, I mean, when you use common logic, what is he going to do?
Yeah, that's true.
He's going to do nothing. He's just talking.
True.
I mean, so why is he talking? He must be talking to sell records, or he must be talking because he's feeling some sort of way. I mean, this is a guy who just sold 10 million records.
That's true.
He'd still be mad at somebody for making... Why would he even have beef with Ja still is what I wonder.
Exactly.
Like, who was thinking him and Ja had beef?
Please. By the way, he gave you all props on the song Back Down. So at one point or another, it must have been all good.
Now, I never knew him. I mean, the truth is, you got to respect people who do good work. Just same way we respect the way he sold records and he made good songs and stuff. I mean, to me, he sounds like a girl, to tell you the truth. Sitting up there reading off people's sales and you sold this and I sold that. You was just I thought you was from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Well, he also said F New York because everybody wants to be an MC.
Man, the guy's losing his mind, man. I think he should just fall back and continue to get his money.
And it was kind of laughable for him to think that Jadakiss was actually going to ask permission to be on Ja's New York.
Yeah, that was incredible. Like, why would he even... My thing was, like, how did he still have beef with Ja? Like, seriously.
Yeah, well, anything to sell CDs. Well, look, hurry back to New York. And thank you so much for calling in on the show.
No doubt, Wendy. Thank you for playing I'm Black, too. Please hold it down, because I'm scared to play it.
And when you get a chance, when you get back, make this one of your places to visit.
No doubt.
Okay, good. Okay, bye.
Later.
All right. And shout out to everybody in Yonkers. Shout out to everybody in Mount Vernon. WBLS, we're doing a live broadcast, actually, on March 25th, which is a Friday. I'm going to be hosting it at the a lounge called 42. Do you know where that is? 42 West Broad Street in Mount Vernon in Westchester. Yeah, it's a hard bottom party. In other words, for the grown and sexy. Just keep in mind the date, March 25th. And then as we get closer, I'll continue to remind you. I didn't realize that Pep is... Okay, what I had heard was that he got caught up in some gun charges and he's in jail. I didn't know that her baby's father was Ty of Jay-Z camp fame. Yeah. I didn't know that. Wendy, a while back, I remember you said that Chris Tucker is involved with Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child. No, not a while back. I said that last week. Well, Wendy, I have the pleasure of meeting Chris earlier today. When I first saw him, I immediately thought, how you doing? He had some big diamond studs and a white turtleneck, a brown leather jacket, blue jeans, and some big black high-heeled boots. That sounds crazy. But Wendy, he was being accompanied by his girlfriend, the former Miss Columbia, South America. Wendy, she's drop dead gorgeous. Michelle couldn't even hold this woman's lingerie bag. Wendy, her accent, her complexion, her figure, oh, I would have done her right there. Ooh. Yeah, well, Chris is playing the field, I guess. I got to get ready to go, but let me just give you two more stories because I keep getting ready to tell you about Puffy. Puffy, I know this is one time when you are glad that your name is not at the helm of what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? He had a party at a Beverly Hills hotel, in a bungalow at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and that was apparently thrown a couple of weeks ago. And some of the guests staying at the hotel became angry because the noise was crazy. It was one of those wild Puffy parties. He had to end up plunking down $2,000 for a broken patio umbrella and cigarette holes in the furniture and some other damages. That's my kind of party. I mean, I don't want to pay it, but that's my kind of party. That is the high school girl in me. Yeah, let's burn stuff and break mess. The son of Shaka Khan pled not guilty to charges of murder yesterday in the shooting death of the 17-year-old boy at the party. Remember, during the fall. Remember, we talked about this story. His name is Damien, and he's 25, and he surrendered to the cops on Monday after he learned that the prosecutors had charged him in the death of this person, Christopher Bailey. See, I thought at one point this case was totally thrown out, like it was accidental death, and that was that. But the prosecutors alleged that Shaka's son, Damien, shot this boy in September of 2004 at a party. They were struggling for a gun during the fight. Yeah. The boy, Shaka's son, was initially arrested after the shooting, but was released when the prosecutors said they didn't have enough evidence. So that was when I last talked about it. I said, look, Shaka's son was released and, you know, but the investigators recently found witnesses. You know, there's always somebody just a flapping. I believe they call them snitches or people who do the right thing. You know, if you kill, then, you know, or whatever. But we don't know that's the case in Shaka Khan's son. I'm just saying investigators have taken back what they originally said about, you know, we don't have enough evidence to charge him, so let him go. Investigators recently found witnesses to the shooting, and that allowed the district attorney's office to charge Shaka Khan's son, Damien, according to the cops. So now the Los Angeles Superior Court judge reduced Damien's $2 million bail to $500,000 and has set a March 15th date for a preliminary hearing in the case. And that's that. I gotta go. You know, that mass, I don't leave on that this
That's
hour.
why I was playing a variation of it.
All right, I don't need that. You know, in closing, that, you know, hopefully we won't be talking about this rapper thing tomorrow at all. You know, I gave you my conspiracy theory. You all got a million places where you can go and weigh in on that very Negroidian, asinine behavior. Thank you for not letting it be here. I appreciate that very much. And I love you all for listening. For those of you who are going to be at the Laugh Factory, I'll see you all in an hour because doors open up at 8 o'clock. Vaughn Harper is next with The Quiet Storm on the radio station with today's R&B and classic soul. It's 107.5 WBLS. Bye, everybody.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And WBLS music starts